What's up, man?
Run it back.
Running back
Run
to
it back, E.
I sent y'all guys the topics for today, and then I just the hamster just started turning in the wheel.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, there's a couple of fucking topics that I want to piggyback off of your Monday episode, man.
Okay.
But y'all two fuckers were fire, man.
Man, Eric's a badass guest, bro. I mean, you really held your own, bro. I was impressed, dude.
Yeah, I didn't want to seem like a moron, but I was like, you know what, man? I said, I think I might be all right.
Yeah, dude. It was money, bro.
So I got to be honest with you. I've been knowing Eric's can hang with the rest of them.
He's knowledgeable, bro.
But that's the type of shit that we hang out, and that's the Eric that I know, especially when we're drinking. Mm-hmm. But when we come on the podcast, you know, it's some fuckery and some slapdick shit.
Yeah.
So that's when I told him, I go, dude, you need to be a guest more often on there because you need to showcase your fucking knowledge, man.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
I agree, man.
Because back in the day when we were both in school, he would school me on some shit, and I'd be like mind blown on the shit, just the depth of shit that he would know. And I'm like, are we going to different schools? Like, where the fuck did you learn all this?
Yeah.
But that's how he's always been.
Where did you accumulate most of this information? Just
Man,
reading.
You know, I've always been into history.
Yeah.
And so even as like a 5-year-old, I could tell you about all the baseball cards that I had. I could tell you their stats and everything, their home runs, where they
photographic
were born.
Memory.
You know, I think so, but then
Mike from Suits.
Mike. So
The Rain Man, son.
I had a hard time remembering stuff, and I can't remember when it started. But looking back, it had to have started somewhere when I was a teenager.
Okay.
For various reasons. One of them was we're playing football, right? So I hit the shit out of people, and people hit the shit out of me. Mm-hmm. So I thought I had maybe 11 concussions throughout the time. But now that I look back, I'm almost positive that number is not that little. Like it's way more. Like it might have been 100 concussions. And they're all.
Are you afraid of CTE?
No, you know, I'm pretty sure I was probably on the verge of going that direction. Mm-hmm. But now as an older person, and I'm not getting hit in the head often.
Right. You don't do it for a living.
No, I don't do it for a living. I don't do it for fun. and so I tend to remember more things. Also in college, we used to get fucking hammered every fucking day. So then I had to have some kind of alcohol amnesia too, because some moments and some people don't even exist in my mind. And when I fucked with them. You know, like we were friends or we hung out or I was dating you. There's people that are like, hey, remember so-and-so? And I was like, oh, that shit, that chick does not even cross a radar in my mind. They're like, crazy. Well, you used to date her. You used to like at least hang out with her. And I'm like, bro, that fucking memory is so fucking gone. It doesn't exist in my head anymore. And so I know I had a problem somewhere. But
you didn't lose all of it, obviously.
I didn't lose all of it. I think I lost irrelevant things.
Okay.
So then on one of the topics is like what repeats in your mind. I don't live in loop.
Yeah.
I don't loop stuff. So it's either stored back there or it doesn't exist, even though I was there when it happened.
Oh, that's cool. That's
kind of badass when a chick thinks that she made an impact on your life and you're like, bitch, I don't even remember you.
Yeah, you don't exist to me at all. Now, I could have just been hammered when I was hanging out with them or whatever, but it does not fucking exist in my mind.
That's wild, bro. Yeah, that's a crazy existence, man.
Yeah. Like, you know, sometimes you're like, I forgot details or whatever. No, that person doesn't even, I don't even remember. Like, yeah, okay, you can forget somebody's name. No, I don't even forget their name. I don't even, like, I just forgot them as a whole entire memory.
So what about recalling, like, history, like historic events and stuff?
So that stuff sticks in my head because I learned a lot of this, or at least the introduction to a lot of this stuff as a kid.
Okay.
I'm 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. You know, when we had to read books and shit to accumulate little points.
Yeah.
When we were in elementary school and shit. Dude, I never checked out one fucking book from the library. And if I did, it was some fucking book I didn't read. And then I would get on and take tests, because we had to take tests about the books, right?
Yeah.
I would do tests on Barry Sanders, Michael Jordan, Deion Sanders, Emmitt Smith.
He's killing it.
Whoever the fuck it is, and I knew I would make hundreds on all of them. Now, you don't get as many points as if you fucking read Gone with the Wind or whatever, but
I know exactly what it is, bro. It's because you're researching and learning shit that you're interested in.
Yes. All of that other shit in fucking dude.
All of those questions were on the back of the
all those other girls that you can't remember.
Card.
Yeah, I know. So I actually knew it, or I did already read the little books that these players had or whatever. Like I have information about Jim Thorpe. like I knew Jim Thorpe was a professional football player, baseball player, an Olympian, a gold medalist. He also went to the Carlisle School of Indians in Ohio.
Damn.
Like whatever the fuck. And I knew that shit when I was fucking 9.
Dude, that's amazing, bro. Shit, hell yeah. It's badass to be able to recall stuff like that.
And then when I watch documentaries all the time.
Yeah, that's,
and then a lot of my classes at Tech, I was a history minor, and I was actually one class away from having it as a double major with my other major that I had, and I didn't know because nobody fucking informed you about any of this shit.
Nah,
but I took a whole bunch of history classes, and it's stuck in my head. I may not remember all the little intricate details or whatever, but I know the overall picture of stuff, and sometimes I may not remember it. You may say something, and then it triggers my thought process, my memory, and then I could tell you a little tidbit about what you were talking about.
I got you. Heck yeah, dog. That's what's up, man. That's powerful, bro. That's powerful.
We ready to start the show?
I'm down.
All right, man. Hit that intro.
Oh, I'm shit in the bed here, bro.
I think it's the first one. You're on 5.
There we go.
John Eric. Media.
Okay. Here we go.
All you ladies, pull your chi-chis out. This is the JP Lopez Show. Also, if you're a transgender, pull your pecker out. This is the JP Lopez Show.
What is up? Thank you for tuning back into the JP Lopez Show. This episode, I'm totally going to fucking piggyback and rob off of the Donnie Flamingo show. I got Donnie Flamingo on the show. My boy Eric. Y'all motherfuckers killed it, man. And I'm speaking of an episode that, what's today? The 28th. So the episode came out on the 26th, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So go check out that episode, man. And just give you more insight for this episode. Like I said, I wanted to just touch on a couple topics that y'all were on.
All right.
But flowers to you guys, man. That was a bad fucking episode.
I appreciate it, man.
It was a good time.
I created that show on the fly, bro. Like I said, I came in here with intentions to talk about, some political stuff, the Donald Trump, all the saga going on with him. And just somehow this video got sent in my YouTube feed, and I watched it, and it just struck a bell with me.
Yeah.
I just felt like, no, man, I got to get this information out, and we can cover the political shit on another day.
Yeah, because that shit's still going to be there, and it's going to keep on
ain't going nowhere,
snowballing.
baby. We got a long way to go till November.
We'll fucking just jump into it. So the Anthony Bourdain death, I've never cared really about any celebrity that much.
Okay.
Where like their death like affected me.
Had an impact on you somehow.
Impact on that. And I don't know, man, something about Anthony Bourdain's death, like I was just
It didn't sit right with you.
Well, not only that, but it did, like, it made me sad. And I knew that he didn't commit suicide. But to hear, and I never spoke this to Eric, and to hear him say that, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, there's more people that think like that, because the dude didn't. It's just so coincidence that you're about to, release footage or expose shit, and then all of a sudden, you commit suicide.
Yeah. I mean, it's the story is old as time, bro.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Dead men tell no tales, especially if you know where the bodies are.
Yeah, you
buried.
got to get rid of them, and then you got to get rid of them the smart way too, right?
Yep.
Because if I did something or whatever, and I know information where they're just going to get rid of me, they don't have to beat around the bush. Just get rid of Eric, right?
Yep.
But if you're a celebrity, you got to get rid of that person in a specific way.
Oh, yes.
But I wanted to talk about it because maybe y'all know more information than me. But from the knowledge that I know is he was about to expose pedo Hollywood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not only, heck yeah, he was. Not only him, but a bunch of other individuals, bro. You know who Isaac Cappy is?
Yeah.
Him too. Same shit. He was dropping big names, bro. Tom Hanks,
Well, bro,
Seth Green, and
he
he jumped
said,
off of a. Go ahead.
I'm not suicidal. I would never kill myself. And then boom, he kills himself.
Yeah.
And then do you remember like the fuckery that was going on with Tom Hanks' Instagram with like the glove and
Yes, bro.
and like I-95 or something supposedly?
SRC USA.
Yeah.
SRC USA.
When people Googled that and they were like, what the fuck?
If once you keep digging into that hashtag into certain social media outlets like allegedly Instagram, Facebook at the time, there were these back channel hashtags that if you keep searching, you keep looking, it's gonna lead you to some legit child porn shit, bro.
Yeah.
It that's just the facts. I mean, I don't know that shit personally, but a lot of people that I know in the circles I ran in, they said no, definitely that's what was going on. It's just a site where people are gonna be doing social media stuff, but for the sickos out there that know, that SRC USA, it just led down a rabbit hole and another rabbit hole, and dude, he's not alive. Neither is Anthony Bourdain, and neither is Jeffrey Epstein, and the Clinton body count. I can keep going, bro.
Well, when I say about Hillary Clinton, we all have 65 friends that have committed suicide.
Everyone's got shot themselves twice behind the head or in the face with a shotgun.
Well, because you've seen what was the show with another petter, Kevin Spacey. He had the House of Cards.
House of Cards.
Yes.
So they did ask Bill Clinton about that series. They're like, how much of this that's going on in this series would you say is truth? Mm-hmm. And he said about 90% of it.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton himself said that.
Well, even what's that show? Ray Donovan.
Yeah.
Where he's a fixer for everything, political figures. Do you watch that show?
Dude, you don't know what you're missing, bro.
So like
good.
he's all of
It's
Hollywood.
flamingo worthy.
Yeah, it really is, dude. Because it's like all of Hollywood, all of the sports, NBA, NFL, all the political.
Yeah, the who's
they
who,
get
the
into
famous.
some shit like murderous shit.
Yeah.
And then he just he's the fixer. He goes and he cleans it up and spins the backstory and
Also like the wolf on Pulp Fiction, right? You remember the wolf from Pulp Fiction?
I've never seen Pulp Fiction.
Oh my god!
I know, and I was like, you know what? I need to see that fucking movie. I don't know why I didn't watch it back
There's
then.
crazy shit going on in that movie too. Freaking cops that are like rapists, sadistic rapists and stuff like that, bro.
Yeah.
That's still
You've
happening.
seen it, right? You've seen
for
Pulp
sure.
Fiction?
Yeah, I mean, for one, it's a Tarantino movie, so you need to watch it.
Yeah.
You should have been watched it already. But I bring up Anthony Bourdain because y'all talked about how he talked about on Friends where they were like praying to Satan.
Yes, yeah, he would say.
And like he tweeted it.
There was a post.
We're not speaking anything that's not facts.
No.
Like he tweeted that.
And he could have been saying it tongue in cheek and being facetious and stuff, but no.
But he
bro.
still said it, and then like after he said it, you're like, now you have to look into it.
Yeah, and he didn't have a platform out there where he was truth telling because you could speculate and ask how come nobody's killed Alex Jones, but because if they killed Alex Jones, you know the shit they're gonna turn him into a martyr pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's just the way you gotta do these things. If you're out there in the public, putting the shit out, putting the information out, they kind of don't have an incentive to kill you because, like I said, it kind of validates everything you're saying.
Yes.
Anthony Bourdain was just a foodie, from what I
for
understand.
sure.
Yeah.
But then he started crossing over.
But then he has an interview with Barack Obama. Like he was mainstream.
Yes,
Yeah,
bro.
he became mainstream.
Yeah, he did. But you brought up how he went on the set and then he saw them praying to Satan. Do you know if he ever was on an episode? I'm not a fan of Friends, so I don't.
No, heck no.
No, I never saw Friends at all.
Yeah, me either. I've never
I
seen
never
that
got
one
into
episode.
it. I never really.
So I don't know if he was on there or not.
I was a living single type of guy.
But I wanted to bring this topic
Let me hit
up.
that fucking air son. I can't find it. Okay.
Just hit any of them.
I wanted to bring that up because, so, I've known through hitting rabbit holes and shit that like the Eagles, the rock band,
Yes.
the Eagles,
Yeah.
well, was it Anton LaVey wrote Hotel California?
Yes, bro.
Which is a devil song. And
Yeah.
then I've been knowing that like they would, before the album actually released, they would submit the album to Satan and pray to Satan for the album.
Yeah.
To
The master. They pray over and that not just them. A
but
lot
like
of
I say,
artists.
yeah, a lot of artists.
Yes.
But I just brought up the Eagles because I mean Anton LaVey was the Church of Satan.
And the cover of Hotel California, right? They're at this hotel, this famous hotel in California. I can't remember the particular name, but if you look at the picture, Anton LaVey is hanging out one of the windows. You can see him in one of the windows, bro. So he had a big influence. And also I've heard that there's a verse in that particular song, Tiffany Twisted, she got the Mercedes Benz. Tiffany Twisted was Anton LaVey's female personality. He would cross dress.
oh shit.
And the story says, yeah,
never knew
he
that.
had a lot of pretty boys that he called friends. And there you go, the sex trafficking. Look what's happening with Puff Daddy now. See all this shit coming out about Puff Daddy. It's
that new guy that's got new shit is dropping names like
dude,
a motherfucker.
He's
man.
dropping.
Oh man, that
big
motherfucker
time,
has
dog.
no filter. Ain't gonna give a goddamn.
He's already like put in Cuba Gooding Jr. and all.
Yeah, dog. I saw that today, bro.
dude.
I saw that shit.
So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, do you think that music still does that?
Yeah, hands down, bro.
I
Hands
saw
down.
I saw a TikTok today where they're at a concert. It's 3 girls and they're at a Taylor Swift concert. And all she does is start to just sing a song. And the girl just loses her shit because I guess that's her favorite. I don't know her favorite song. I'm not, but just like completely loses her shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what other band artist has that type of impact on people? Like,
Yeah, I've always wondered that too. Like Beatlemania too, the same
Yeah, I
thing.
mean, that's
it has an impact on you, bro. But there's like a spell being cast that I don't know. Vulnerable people are just oblivious
it's
to it.
the way they come to the approach. It's a cult, and how does Texas A&M get their students right?
That's wild, bro.
It's
yeah.
a cult, and so
There's a lot of crazy shit going on with
yeah,
that university.
yeah. Like
A lot of funding.
everything,
They get a lot of
everything is
funding.
always like, oh, this is it. No matter what the problem is. Like, look at Johnny Manziel. Every 100%, every Texas A&M person is gonna be like, oh, our greatest of all time, right? Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And then if you name off all his dumb shit that he's done to a Texas A&M fan, and like, this cokehead, blah blah blah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, that's a piece of shit. And I was like, well, that's your Johnny Manziel, right?
Right.
oh, if you took the name out of it,
Yeah.
if you
They
took his
would
name,
hate
yeah.
everything
Yeah.
that he stands for or what he's done.
Yeah.
But since he did play quarterback for you, that's misunderstood. It's misunderstood.
Yeah, it's an altar.
Yes.
It's an altar for people.
Yeah.
Have you seen Anton LaVey's wife? You never seen her? It's crazy that I brought up Taylor Swift because, dude, she is a mirror image of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yep. Heck yeah. Spitting,
Like a
spitting
fucking
image, bro.
mirror image, man. It's fucking weird, man. But I really, in my mind, I think that there's still something to that because I think Texas rappers kind of showed, maybe Master P kind of before the Texas rappers showed everybody that wanted to be, that was aspiring, how to make it without the labels.
Yes.
So
the
maybe-
mixtapes, with the mixtape.
With the mixtapes and not being mainstream and just staying local, and then they've made a name and they grew. And when they approached like Slim Thug
Yeah.
with a contract, he's like, I make more than that on my own. Like,
Yeah,
why the fuck
well,
would
yeah,
I go,
well,
why would I
well,
go to y'all guys? Like,
Yeah, why would I do that?
yeah. So I think that's still going on in the music industry. But I mean,
Yeah,
this is all
if you-
speculation.
If you can make it on a mixtape, and you know, country people or country artists are starting to do their own mixtapes
On
too,
their own shit.
and it's sounds like old school country, and it sounds better. It sounds how country should sound. And these motherfuckers are refusing to sign with labels. They're refusing to give interviews.
Yeah.
There's an artist that came to the Buddy Holly Center, sold out crowd. And if you mention his name to, like, if I told you his name, you wouldn't know who the fuck he is. But if you were in the know, you spent your fucking money to go over there to go watch him sing. Yeah. And what's his name? Joe Rogan tried to get him on his show, and he refused because he doesn't do interviews.
That's wild, bro.
Joe Rogan himself can't get this guy to interview. And also, if you get him at your venue, he's not on tour. He calls you and tells you, "Hey, I want to perform at your venue on one of these days," and they're like, "It's booked. You got it. You can have this day right here," because they know everybody's going to show up, and it's going to be the biggest fans of that person who's been following on YouTube, Apple, whatever. They just put out their own shit out there, dude. They're actually fucking legit. That's all the country that I'm listening to right now.
Oh shit! What's it? You don't know his name? What's his name?
There's a Colton Wall. He sounds like he's from the 70s.
Really?
He's
some Waylon Jennings type of shit.
23 years old, and it's not even Waylon Jennings. The voice is that powerful. It doesn't sound like anything that's ever been put out.
Wow. Unique.
But his voice sounds like it's old school. Apparently, he's a cool motherfucker because I know the person that runs the Buddy Holly Center, and he was like, "Bro, that motherfucker was the shit."
Sold out the Buddy Holly?
Sold out the Buddy Holly. And the tickets were expensive, dude. I think the cheapest one was like $150 for costs for retail.
Dude, I've never heard of shit like that before.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of like
heard of 'em.
SoundCloud rappers and stuff,
Yeah.
you know, but
No,
nobody
dude.
to the extent of that much fame that's got that much pull.
Bro, I've been running into some kids that have been coming out with some old school sound. Dude, their shit is the shit.
And that's where it needs to gravitate to, bro.
Yeah.
Because all this overproduced shit that it's pretty much just like Hollywood spewing out all these movies that are just remakes and stuff, and the same shit with music. I mean, it's just the same sound and just someone that you can control and manipulate and turn them into whoever you want. I mean,
Yes.
look at Little Nas X. Look at what he started off as, and nice and wholesome, and now look at him. He's
they and these people just refuse to go that direction.
that's a smart move.
While I have it on the brain, I gotta give much props to Eric once again, bro. Like, I can't stress enough how you outside looking in, you're like, this dude, like, he just lives at the gym. That's his job. Like,
Right.
he's there from sun up to sundown. Then he goes home, but he legit got his ear to the street.
Yeah, dog.
So like anything basketball, football,
intellectual
with
meathead.
tech, like tech wise, I fucking go to Eric and he's like, "Oh yeah, this happened. That's why this happened." I was like, "I already fucking know this dude's got his ear on to the street, man."
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, damn.
And so
Pop
you know,
Isaacs, did he do that shit?
oh yeah,
Did he do
Pop,
that shit?
Pop Isaacs did do it, but he didn't do anything illegal.
Okay.
It's because he did it at the Bahamas, and
The age of consent in the Bahamas is 16.
16.
But
And
how
so,
about, okay, go ahead.
So okay, let me put it
Because
this way.
I was under the interpretation that it was the other guy that transferred out that did it, and he just got
no,
the
that's
blame
his,
for it.
that was that was the brother.
That was the brother to
He
the girl.
fucked her sister.
He fucked his teammate's sister. So
And dad made him transfer out.
yes, and on top of that, they so both of them. All right, so let's just say your daughter's 17 years old. She came home with her 19-year-old boyfriend. Yeah, you're like, what the fuck? But then you're not gonna make a fuss. Like if you like the kid, and he's nice to her, they're cool, whatever. Are you gonna get upset because he's 19?
Yeah, I don't think
he's
I
not.
would.
He's not a
Yeah.
pedophile,
Yeah,
right?
No.
but real talk, and you said it. You said this. It's a senior, right? Because the seniors are 19,
Okay, in high school.
High school.
fucking a sophomore.
And that's
Right?
that's
Like-
that's in their circle. That's what they are.
It's within the age range.
Yes, and a 19-year-old is a fucking kid.
Yeah.
And a 17-year-old is a fucking kid.
Yes.
And nobody's ever fussed in the history of fucking dating about a 19-year-old being with a 17-year-old.
Right.
Ever. So and so now is it a big deal now? I was like, oh, what a pedophile. It's like, dude,
Nah,
come
yeah,
on,
yeah, no,
man.
no, no.
Your mom was 17 with your dad.
I was just under the impression that he like forced himself unwillingly
No.
against
And,
this.
and so
Because the parents are suing for big money, bro.
yes. And so what happened was she got drunk and he got drunk and he invited her up to the room and she was like, yeah, I'll go up there. And then he invited her into the bedroom. She was like, yes, I'll go in there. And they had sex. So then the dad is like, oh, she was drunk and she
Okay,
couldn't
trying to save
consent.
face. Yeah.
He knew she was drinking. He actually and there's two different stories on how they got the alcohol. For sure, an adult got him alcohol.
Yeah.
But there's one saying that the dad bought the alcohol, and then they're saying that someone else bought the alcohol, but dad knew about it and was cool about the alcohol. So now you obviously knew that your kid was going to get drunk or at least buzzed.
From what I heard, dad bought the daughter alcohol.
Yes.
Maybe not pop, but dad bought that. This is what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but I heard the dad bought his daughter alcohol, and she got drunk.
And so now she can't consent. Well, don't get her drunk. But also, if both of them are drunk, maybe she forced him.
Yeah.
So who knows? And so if he's not suspended by the NCAA, because the NCAA is a whole bunch of sorry ass bitches, right?
But also they're gangsters.
yes.
Like if he did something wrong, bro, NCAA
Yeah, he'd be out of there.
Yeah.
And no one cares about Texas Tech.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
do you
kinda
think that
relevant.
the NCAA gives a shit about Texas? You think ESPN gives a shit about Texas Tech? Neither one of those give a shit about Texas Tech. Otherwise, we wouldn't be playing on ESPN Plus every fucking game unless we play UT or Kansas, right?
Yeah.
They just don't like us at all, and they like not liking us, and fuck them. And I've been telling JP for a long ass motherfucking time since we were in college. Fuck ESPN. He couldn't fucking figure out my hatred towards ESPN. He thought I was just being a fucking drunk motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we go a little bit further down,
Mike
and you're
Leach,
like,
bro.
what the fuck? Fuck ESPN. Every single fucking person is like, fuck ESPN
Bro,
today.
we are ranked. This is hypothetical. We're ranked number 1 in basketball or football. We have ESPN showing our game on ESPN Plus. You know what I mean? Like you can't just have regular cable. You got to buy the app to
Yes.
watch Tech.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you buy the app and you watch Tech. The announcers are like, whoever. Let's just say we're playing fucking Iowa State. The announcers are on Iowa State's dick all game, and we're like, they're not even ranked. We're ranked number 1. How the hell, dude? ESPN hates Tech, bro.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's a conspiracy in itself. Shit.
Yeah.
Yes, and there's individuals that work within ESPN that will always say, "Fucking Texas Tech, what a fucking great place to be at for games, for this, for that."
The atmosphere.
We have the fucking best arena, and I know for a fact we have the best fucking arena. First off, yes, you got Kansas, you got Duke, you got North Carolina. I'm not saying that those arenas are not badass as far as how it feels inside of there. But those arenas are way smaller than our arena. And we fill our bitch up every fucking game. And we're fucking loud as fuck. But
For
they're
McNeese State.
yeah, for whoever, dude. It's fucking loud as fuck in there, dude. And it might get rowdy. We might do some fucking dumb shit every now and then. But for the most part, dude, it is so much fun to be in that fucking arena when our fucking team is playing. And so we have the loudest arena, we have the most beautiful arena, and we have the most spacious arena because nobody's packing in 16,000 fans to watch a fucking college basketball game. Texas Tech is. But fuck Texas Tech, ESPN says. Here's ESPN Plus. We might fucking fuck with you every now and then.
Do you know the Moody Center for UT? The new
It's small.
arena?
Oh no.
The new arena? Like, have you just like heard that they have a new arena?
Nope.
So it's a new arena. It's lesser seats than the old one, and they still can't sell it out.
It has 8,000 seats. in that fucking arena for a basketball game, and they can't sell it out. The only game that they would have sold out was the Texas Tech game when we played down there, but they didn't sell any tickets to anybody outside of the area code of Austin. And if you notice, I don't know if you watched the game, the whole second tier was empty, and they put these big old screens to look like it was
Like it was a sold out stadium.
like it was a sold out stadium. Even the fucking the bowl, the bottom bowl had specks of seats open.
What the hell, dog?
Yeah, dude.
But they refuse to sell tickets to us now because we fucking sell that bitch out, and they don't care about all the money they made because we bought all the fucking beer and we bought all the fucking seats, but they rather lose money than have us there.
That's
And
wild, bro.
and TCU does that too.
It's like a Biden presidential rally or some shit, you know, trying to pad the numbers of the people attending that shit.
We went off on a sports rant, bro. I see you're itching to play something. What do you got on
Oh
deck?
shit! I'm just waiting for y'all, man.
Yeah.
What do y'all want to chop it up
Well,
about,
I
bro?
just seen you were itching to play something. So
No shit, man. I got a bunch of shit to talk about, bro. Look. You want to talk about what's going on with P Diddy right here? Look, this actor Cuba Gooding Jr. sexually forcing himself on another man that was producing songs for P Diddy, the Love album.
dude,
I always got a creepy feeling from Cuba Gooding Jr., bro. I never had
For
a
real?
good feeling about him. Yeah, I don't know.
I never felt either way about him. I never
He
liked
creeps
him or
me out.
hated him.
He creeps me out. He doesn't seem like a normal person.
But you know what
bro.
I think is crazy
But
is
they're all degenerates, dog. If you're in Hollywood, man, I know for sure, bro.
is 50 Cent's been calling P Diddy in like his gayish ways. He's been calling that out for years, bro.
Yes, dog.
and everyone just took him for just being a troll. Like, oh, he's
A
just
haters
trolling.
and shit.
Right? Yeah.
Nah, hell nah.
And look what's coming out. Like,
Dude, I mean, sex
Those people
trafficking,
show up.
all this shit, bro. I mean, like I said, you can keep stuff hidden for so long, but eventually, man, the stuff's gonna come out, bro. I mean, stuff's gonna come
Yeah,
out.
all them artists, like you had R. Kelly. You think R. Kelly was the only one doing shit
Nah,
like that?
hell no. They had people that were bringing R. Kelly children and shit.
Yes.
Same thing for Puff Daddy. You think that he's the top of the food chain? Hell no. He's just the fall guy.
but really and truly, what did he do? Who did he piss off to have his self greenlighted?
That's a good question, bro.
Because he's been doing this for years. You feel invisible,
I think a lot of the artists that he screwed over. I mean, there's a lot of people that he
Well, you got that, but you know,
but you
just,
have to piss a higher up
for them to stop covering up
for
his
them
shit,
to
huh?
say, "All right, he's greenlighted. Fuck him." Like,
so what
I
you
think-
you have right now is we allegedly have Tupac's murderer, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Who told him to murder Tupac?
Allegedly, it was Puff Daddy.
Well,
Yeah.
and then he's probably just ratting the shit out, right?
Dude.
Like it was, man, that gay motherfucker over there,
No.
Puff Daddy was doing whatever.
knowing all the shit that I know now,
Uh-huh.
I would not be surprised if he put a hit out on Biggie.
Oh, yeah.
Puffy.
Yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
himself,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, shit, yeah.
Because from what I hear, he was mad that Biggie was in talks about leaving Bad Boy.
Staying in California.
Yeah.
And this is all hearsay. Like, this is what I've heard on like social media and like magazines that like he was talking about leaving Bad Boy. And then
I think I've heard shit like that too.
yeah, and
He outgrew it.
And that's your cash cow, man. That's your biggest freaking artist right there. Of
Yeah,
course
I
you don't
know.
want
And,
to see him leave.
then he dies. You become bigger.
but that's the thing. Like, he saw Selena.
Yeah.
Like, the death of an artist is where the money's at.
Yes. You're worth way more dead than you are
Yeah,
alive.
yeah.
That's the old saying.
Yeah, you got Elvis. Elvis was the centerfold on that shit.
But then again, I mean, you have all these other cases, the famous people like Michael Jackson and shit like Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a lot of these people fake their deaths just to get out of the game.
The Beatles, John Lennon.
Dude, Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney, for sure. I've talked about it for a long fucking time. Yeah.
That was Yoko.
Paul McCartney was fucking Yoko, and he was like, "Man, we're about to blow up."
Damn, dude. Nah, hell no. All that stuff. I'm telling you, maybe, yeah, for sure. People have said that Elvis faked his death. Michael Jackson, there's a lot of people saying that he faked his death. And I'm thinking there's some validity to it, bro. Because if you go back and listen to some of the songs that they wrote, especially Michael Jackson, bro, he has this one song called Stranger in Moscow. Have you ever heard it?
Mm-mm.
Michael Jackson has this one song called Stranger in Moscow, and it's pretty much just him talking about he was walking through the streets of Moscow. The KGB was watching him and stuff, and they somehow he felt like he wasn't known, you know, like he was just a stranger in a city, and it felt good to be, you know, anonymous, right?
Yeah.
And then now you hear all this bad shit going on in Russia. Good luck getting there. I mean, you can't fucking get there. Look what they did to Tucker. You know, they almost assassinated Tucker for just going over there to talk to Vladimir
Fucking
Putin,
traitor.
right?
Big time traitor.
Here's my theory. My theory is that all the people that have died, Robin Williams, all the famous people, you know, somehow they faked their death and somehow just flew to fucking Moscow or flew to Russia, and you couldn't know the fucking difference.
Yeah.
They could be up there just living a regular life. And
Well, what
who
makes
would
me
know?
think that Michael faked his death, Michael Jackson, is have you seen that guy, Dave?
Yes, the burn victim.
The burn victim that's always wrapped, like head to toe, wears the same type of hat,
Talks the
same
same way.
build, same like
Yeah.
bro.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand. I mean, that plastic surgery that he had, for people who don't understand, I mean, Michael Jackson got burned pretty bad in that Pepsi commercial.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It just wasn't his hair that got on fire. You know, I heard that he got really fucked up and that he needed a lot of plastic surgery and shit, even to the point to where a lot of the stuff you saw him wearing were just prosthetics, bro. So if he was just wearing a prosthetic mask or something, he takes it off. He looks like someone totally different. Without a doubt, that guy that was on Larry King's show the 2 days after Michael Jackson died, it could be him. Yes, it could be Michael Jackson saying, "No, I mean, the joke's on you. You think I'm dead, but here I am in front of you.
Yeah.
You can't tell the difference because of everything that Hollywood has done to him and what he's done to himself cosmetically and the shit they can do with masks in Hollywood and shit, bro. It's fucking tremendous, dude. It's tremendous. I've seen videos of let me see, of a guy or guys that are just in female masks, and then they start pulling this shit apart,
yeah.
and they pull it off, and it's totally someone else, dog. And you could say that for anybody famous that's dead.
A long time ago, I seen a girl wearing a Ivanka mask.
Oh, snap.
And you really thought it was her.
Yeah.
And then she started peeling her face, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, dude. It's weird. It's weird
crazy.
shit.
But not too long ago, this became public information from the CIA, right?
Yeah.
Because they just released like that lady showing when she was in the presidential Oval Office, showing like the technology in the mask.
Yes.
And then now that picture was released, and
how do you even know what you're watching on TV as far as the Oval Office and Joe Biden and all this other shit? They could be in a studio for all the hell you know, bro.
oh, for sure, yeah, especially with that fucker.
Definitely. I mean, it's been fucking it's like Weekend at Bernie's with this dude, but
Yeah.
instead of a Weekend at Bernie's, it's been the past 3 years at fucking Bernie's,
You
dog.
can't tell me that a dude that can't even form 3 sentences is running our country.
Oh, hell no, bro.
No.
It's
Well,
just,
I
just
knew
a
when
meat
he was,
suit.
I knew when he was nominated and became the president that he was not running any shows.
No.
He's too incompetent. He's too old.
Yes.
I don't think anybody that's too old should be the president. I think the president should be somewhere in between 45 and 55, and if you're not in that range, it's not going to work. Maybe to a 65, but you're out of touch to what's going on today, and your brain doesn't work anymore.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, this guy's
So-
a vegetable, bro. I think they're coking this guy up. You see him on that talk show the other day? He was on Jimmy Kimmel or something. You see Biden on there?
Yeah, I saw
Bro.
highlights of it. I didn't watch the
Dude, yeah. I saw him, and he was very lucid. But at the same time, I'm thinking, yeah, dude, how hard would it be just to give this guy a bump, put him on some kind of freaking amphetamine or something, and then he's ready to go. He's acting. It's him, but I don't even think it's him, bro. I really don't think
That
it's him.
Hitler juice, that was
That's what they did to Hitler.
that was myth.
Yes, yeah.
So
Fuck
I'll
yeah.
leave the conspiracy to your podcast, bro. I know
That's cool.
I know we're tuning a lot of people out like, nah, what the fuck. But what I really wanted to touch on too was in this episode that you just had on Monday, you talked about spirits watching you.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wanted to just put my 2 cents in on it.
Okay.
What do you think about like when things are going so good for you? Unbelievably good that you're not used to, but you never enjoy it because you're just like something bad is about to fucking happen.
No, that's called the fuckery.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think that that's like the eyes? Do
I
you
think
think
so.
you're feeling that the spirits watching you? You're like, okay, I've just like unbeknownst to yourself. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right. I think that, but I think there's a lot of there's a way to say it, man.
Like, I don't know, like maybe
It's
in
the-
your mind
it's-
you think you're not worthy of the goodness that's happening to you.
Right.
So you when you think positive happens. When you think negative, you
Yes.
better be goddamn fucking sure something negative is gonna happen.
I think, yeah.
So it's like our little conversation we had about karma and positivity or whatever.
But at the same time, I think self-sabotage has a lot to do with
Oh,
it
for
too.
sure.
yes.
For sure.
Because at the same time, you're saying, things are going well. You just can't really accept how good things are going. In the back of your mind, you're thinking, man, it's just a matter of time till things deteriorate in whatever I'm attempting. I think, yeah, you could self-sabotage yourself just by thinking that way. And instead of doing that, you just got to think the opposite way. Just thinking, no, I deserve this. I'm here. I've worked hard for it. And if things go bad, then I'll just readjust and recalibrate, move forward. But at the same time, yeah, I think maybe sometimes there's some doors you weren't meant to step through, or maybe you're not ready for that type of I don't know, that type of lifestyle yet. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's something I could think of. Maybe sometimes I could see how God would maybe put some kind of a blockage or something, in your path
Yeah.
to slow you down a little bit. But at the same time, I've heard stories where people, that they've pissed off the wrong person and they've been cursed and they went
for
to go
sure.
see a witch or something, and the bad shit
You
starts
got-
happening
you're
to you.
cursed. When you talk about you ain't ready for something, imagine someone gives you $200 million. You win the fucking lottery.
Dude.
You're gonna fucking you have potential, highly likely that you could fuck up your own life
Kill yourself.
With that much money.
with that much money.
Yes.
Because you don't know how to be that rich.
I don't know.
You have zero fucking idea how to have that much money.
Yep.
You don't even know what to do with it. You don't even know what bank to put it in. You don't know you're
What
supposed
to
to invest it
invest in,
in,
yeah.
or even know that you're supposed to invest it, or fucking put it in a trust or whatever the fuck. And if you do not have a trusted person in your corner to help you with that much money, that money is going to disappear.
Yes.
Immediately.
Or someone's gonna kill you for it, or you'll kill yourself.
And that means your money disappeared, and so did your life.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you this because it goes hand in hand. I used to be a fucking hothead at any slightest bit of inconvenience, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking like a red light when I'm in a hurry. Oh, dude, I would flip my shit, dude.
Yeah.
And when I started working on that, I it's like Eric said, like there's a mindset to it. So I saw that as a positive. Like, okay, God wants me to stop at this stop light. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I would change my mentality to that. And when I started doing that, like things were getting better in my life when I stopped just losing my shit.
Yeah.
I still am working on patience because I don't have very much at all. But that's not, in my opinion, like I said, I would say like I'm in a hurry and I caught this red light. That's not patience. That's God saying like, motherfucker, you needed to stop at this light.
Or slow down, yeah.
So whatever. So that wasn't a patience thing. And I'm telling you this because when I started doing that, my life started changing for the better. And my relationships with everybody, friendships, my wife, like my mother, everything was just improving. My relationship with my sister got a whole lot better. And like, cause we grew up like fighting like cats and dogs.
Dude, yeah.
So everything got better. But when I would like close my eyes, like taking a shower and washing your hair, when I'd close my eyes, I would see eyes looking at me.
God dang.
For real.
That's strange,
Had
dude.
the ojo.
And so I would in the beginning, I'm not lying, like I would freak the fuck out because I'm like, okay, this is my mind fucking with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then it was happening very, very frequently whenever I'd close my eyes. Like, rubbing your eyes or whatever. Not like going to sleep, close your eyes, but like you'd close your eyes for a period of time to rub your eyes. Like I said, wash my hair, close your eyes. I would see eyes looking at me. But then I stopped being afraid. And I still, from time to time, will see those eyes when I close my eyes, but they're never the same set of eyes. And I think that it's the higher power just just affirming me that we got you, man.
You're being watched over.
Yeah. You're
That's powerful, bro. Yeah, that's powerful. I can see that. I can see that. Because you could also go, I mean, the negative way and be like, man, those are evil spirits or something that are, trying to haunt me or
But
Yes.
ever since I've changed my mindset to that and I started seeing those eyes, nothing catastrophic, and I don't want to speak that into existence, but
yeah.
nothing of like ill will has happened. And so that would made me wrap my mind around that's a good thing that I'm seeing these eyes. Like
Dude,
maybe
it's perspective, bro.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man. I think it's perspective. It's the way you see it. I mean, a glass, I mean, it's the cliche, half glass,
the glass is half empty, half
Yes.
full. Yeah.
Yes.
or you could just think the glass is always full because of atmospheric energy that's in the room or something, regardless of what's not in that glass.
Yes.
It's going to be full with something.
Yeah.
The with the eyes spirits, not all spirits are evil. So so you could have everybody wants to say that every single spirit is evil. They're not.
Right.
There's protection too. So
Yes. People looking after you in the afterlife as well, relatives.
and if you think it and that it's a reality, or you think it that it's going to help you or whatever, then you got to always think it positive, because it's not everything is evil or not everything is negative.
Right.
And if you can think positive, then things happen your way.
Yeah, for sure.
I believe that, man. I wholly, solely believe that. It's all
For sure.
perspective and what you think.
Once I started thanking God for everything, even the bad things.
Oh,
like the
yes.
flat tires or just anything.
Yeah.
Everything that's happened in my life has not been horrific. Like everything has been a good thing that's happened in my life. And my relationships with my friends, everything has gotten better. Like,
Yes. That's
and
powerful.
I heard maybe a video you played on one of your podcasts where you talked about frequency. That's a fucking real thing. Like
It is.
We've got to operate and vibrate on a higher frequency if you
Yes.
want to do better and be better and want more. Like Eric said, a negative mindset is gonna fucking shit on you
Yeah.
because you're in a negative space. You've got to be in a higher frequency. You got to vibrate on a higher frequency to get more out of life.
And I mean, going back to what you were talking about, the music. I mean, what's music? Sound. That's all frequency. The stuff you're watching, that's frequency. And what you're thinking. Music, for some reason now, when I'm listening to like workout music or something, dude, I can feel myself, getting enraged, bro. And there's some points in during the day I have to put on K-Love. I have to listen to some kind of Christian gospel music or something, just because I know it eases my soul.
You have to change it.
It eases my soul.
Do you know about raw honey?
Yes, I mean it's healthy for you. It's pretty good, but the way the bees create it.
Do you know raw honey? If you put it on a dish, right? And you play a certain frequency, and don't catch me lying. I don't know what the number is of a frequency.
Yes.
But if you play a certain frequency, the honey will vibrate itself to show you the actual honeycomb that it came from. The same
Oh shit!
size, the same exact replica of the honeycomb
God dang!
that that honey came from.
I've never heard of that before. I've never seen that before, but I believe it. I believe it because I've seen experiments that have been done with water. Have you seen the? I forgot. There were some Japanese scientists that took, I guess, 2 cups of water, right? One water in particularly, they would say positive things,
and
right?
negative. Yeah.
And then the other one, they would like talk detrimental to it and talk shit to it and stuff. And one became clear, clean water. The other one, over time, was all brown and dirty and nasty.
Damn.
And I think
I've heard that theory on plants
Yes, same
where
thing.
they would speak positive and like
encouraging, uplifting words and stuff.
That's what I was looking for. Encouraging words to one plant and then negative words to the other.
Yes.
And and that's all they did different. Like they treated it the same environment, same thing.
Yeah.
But the negative plant died.
It withered and yes.
Yeah, and then the positive
other one was thriving,
like,
son.
like flourishing.
Yes. Yeah, I believe that. And those are creations, bro. Those are I wouldn't say they're sentient, but I know for sure. I mean, if they're if words have an effect on them, just imagine what you do to another human when you're, talking down or talking negative to somebody. And at the same time, when you're being positive, I've seen the effects. I've tried to, I mean, this hasn't happened to me recently, but sometimes when I'm driving or something and I've encountered people that, have road rage or some shit.
Yeah.
I try not to, cuss or be like, man, F you, or, get over or whatever like that. I just try to just clear it out of my mind and think positively about it. But at the same time, if I have a real interaction with someone one-on-one, like I have a lot of interactions with homeless people, right?
Yeah, I heard that episode, Monday's
And
episode. dude.
if they talk shit to me or something, bro, I'm just, hey man, God bless you. You have a good day or something. And it's hard to do. But at the same time, I'm thinking, no, well, what's the opposite effect of that? If I fight back and I do bitter, harsh words, what's it gonna get me? You give a punch, you get a punch. You give a hug, you get a hug. It's all reciprocal.
No doubt, bro. And so like you said on your episode where that homeless lady you kind of helped out or whatever, and then,
I heard her out. I just heard her
she
story
turned
one day.
her back on you the next day.
Well, I think she didn't know who I was.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
You're right. But what I'm getting at is like the first day you interacted with that person, that should be how you interact with anybody.
Mm-hmm. Homeless or not.
Yeah, homeless or not. Like you just treat a human being like a human being.
Right.
That's
Because anybody, that could be any of us, bro. I mean, a lot of people, especially now with how expensive shit is everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, people are 1 or 2 paychecks away from being homeless, man. It could
for
be
sure.
any one of our family members or friends. And I now, not the old me, but now I just try to put myself in her shoes and be like, well, what's the point of talking shit or, just giving her whatever she gave back to me? I'm just gonna do the opposite, man. Just so I don't have that negative effect on my mind, because it will plague my mind, where I'll replay that interaction and I think, man, I could have done this better. I have a lot of regrets like that, bro, where I think, man, I should have took this avenue. I should have, said this instead of that. And it leads to a lot of regret, and it weighs on my soul. But now I'm thinking, no, I'm just gonna be opposite of whatever someone is doing to me. If someone's being kind to me, I'm gonna be kind to them. But if someone's being shitty to me, I'm gonna try to just eat it the best I can and move forward and operate a different way.
Really quickly before we go to a break, so like 2 episodes ago, I just had a fasting topic that we talked about, and you're fasting right now.
Yeah.
Really quickly before we go to break, can you just tell me and whoever's listening right now, just all the positives that's been going on since you've started fasting?
I can't explain it. And I haven't been fasting from food, okay? Not food in particular. It's a substance, all right? It's a substance that I've, kind of been dependent on, kind of been using as a crutch. And I felt in my soul that with Lent, us being in the season of Lent, it's the perfect time to try to go in a different direction and try to refrain from doing that certain particular substance. And the effects have been amazing, bro. I can't explain it. Those first 2-3 days were hell, bro. They were really bad, but there's a wall that I seem to have broken through, and everything, dude. My frame of mind, my outlook on life, my body, bro. The effects on my body alone have been amazing, simply for the fact that I'm not eating a lot of junk food. I've cut out sugar. I'm not getting it up in the middle of the night to freaking gorge myself because I got the munchies or some shit, you know? Yeah. And just my my recollection of words and sentences and the way I want to phrase things, everything has just improved 100%, man. I can't explain it. I don't eat as much. I figured out that, I don't need to eat as much as I've been eating in the past. And I've also figured out that I don't need as much sleep, because at night, I don't know if it's withdrawals or whatnot, but I just can't sleep at night. But I'll get 3 or 4 or 5 hours and I'll get up and I feel like I've had 10 hours of sleep, bro. It's amazing, man. I'm not home yet because, I still got another 4 or 5 weeks, but dude, the craving is there. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say that it hasn't left.
No, yeah.
But I'm going to persevere to this, man. And I think it's just something for me that I want to do personally, just so I can show, man, this thing doesn't have mastery over me. This thing doesn't control me. And like I said, cold turkey, bro. I was on one the day before, and then Ash Wednesday hit, and then full stop. full stop, bro. And like I said, it's improved a lot of things in my life, man. It really has, but it's not easy. I ain't gonna say the shit is,
No,
is easy, bro.
but you are putting what is the term, boots on the ground. You know what I mean? You're putting words into actions, and you're
Rubber
doing
on the
it.
road,
Yeah.
son.
So I just wanted you to actually, tell people
Yeah.
the effects and what you're feeling from it.
It is, man. Because like I said, I don't have many vices, man. I don't drink alcohol. Look, I'm freaking popping off with the Dr. Pepper, man.
Yeah.
I'm getting crazy tonight.
Yeah, now you ain't gonna sleep.
And it's just one of those things, man. I just feel like, yeah, this thing really, not that it had control on me, but it's just that I felt like everything I did revolved around it, minus work, of course, but it just feels good to know, like, hey, man, I have control over this. It doesn't have control over me. And if I can if I can do something like this, then, man, maybe, hey, I could start a new business venture. I could do something else that maybe this particular thing's been holding me back. Yeah. Because I mean, I do like feeling vulnerable. I'm not gonna lie. This when I'm on this particular substance, I feel vulnerable. I overthink a lot, and there's been times when I'll feel shitty because I've said something wrong, and I've maybe pissed somebody off, or I've hurt somebody's feelings, and then I'm on one, and then I think, man, why did I do that? You know what? Yeah. It kind of puts shit in perspective for me. Yeah. But now it's, man, none of that is on my mind. None of that, the guilt, none of that stuff. And I think the being paranoid and feeling vulnerable all the time, maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe it's not too good for someone's psyche, and it's improved, bro. A lot of things in my life, man. I can't express it enough. Bro. I can't express it enough, man.
For real, man. And on that note, we'll be back, man. We'll take a quick break. And we're back. So really quickly, I know I gave Donnie the floor, and during the break, he figured out what he wanted to talk to you. But really quickly, I wanted to touch base on it once again, going back to your episode.
Go ahead.
So, Eric, you said there's a logical explanation that you gotta, or the logical approach that you gotta take to all the, like, the weird shit or the not paranormal, but supernatural shit, right? So y'all talked about the sleep paralysis, right? Mm-hmm. And that's always took real estate on my mind for a long time. Because how many times since we were kids have you heard that story? I had a dream where this ghost was over me and I couldn't move and I couldn't say nothing. Mm-hmm. So I always thought, like, okay, cool. I'm not doubting that you had that dream. And then Eric hit a home run when he said people sometimes will just take a logical approach to everything. Yeah. So that made me realize, okay, and I'm bringing this up because I want y'all's input, because y'all just barely sprinkled on it, and I want y'all's input. But knowing that and saying that, do you think that's just a dream? Like, it's just a dream that feels real, but you're dreaming?
I don't know, man. I don't know any kind of dream that you could have that would just, paralyze you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you think it's real, but you're just dreaming that.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
But like I said, it's your own reality. Mm-hmm. So you could be having a dream and your mind thinks it is fucking real as fuck. Yeah. But you do know what happened to you. And did it happen or did it not happen? Was it a dream or it wasn't a dream? Who knows about that purpose? Yeah. But I do remember when I told you a brief story that I had somebody on top of me, right?
Felt like it, yes.
So I felt like it, right? So I still can't tell you if it was my own reality or if it was a dream, a spirit, whatever it was. But when it did happen, I can tell you that it was. I was a teenager and I was trying to get one of my sacraments for church, right? Yes. And so I have to learn all these prayers, right? Yes. So. I'm reading, and I'm busy. Man, I'm a busy teenager. I go to school. I go. No. Listen. Okay. I go to school. I play football. I get home late. Yeah. If I get tired, I'm probably gonna have a concussion. Who knows, right? Yeah. And
You're in high school?
I'm in high school.
So yeah, practice ended at like 7.
Yes.
Right.
So I go to school early, and then I come home late. I have to go to my CCE stuff
yeah.
or whatever, and then I got to read these prayers on top of my other homework that I got to do, right? And I'm reading and I'm reading. I'm so annoyed that I'm reading these damn things, but I got to read them, so I had to repeat them back to the priest.
Yes.
And if you don't repeat them back properly, well, you don't get your sacrament, right? So, okay, I'm reading, and I'm just repeating. This shit's not sticking in my mind at all, but I'm just repeating and repeating this prayer, repeating. I don't want to read this thing. I'm going to be 100% honest. This is not something that I want to do, but that's the only way that you can memorize it if you keep on reading it.
Yeah.
So I'm reading, and then all of a sudden, something walks up to my door, and I was like, I don't see nothing. I don't see anything. And then, but I'm looking in that direction because I know that something's there. And then all of a sudden, I get a gust of wind. And it comes in, and it comes right at me. And I can't see something coming at me, but I can feel something coming at me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit. And
Damn.
it pops, and it goes through me. And you know when they're like, oh, a ghost goes through you, it's cold?
Yeah,
It's cold.
yeah.
It's cold, by the way. And I'm like, boom, and it slammed the restroom door, and it slammed my bedroom door. Both doors were open.
Like behind it.
Like,
So-
whack, whack.
no, but you're inside your room, right?
I'm in my bedroom.
So it slammed the door behind itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it from the hallway. Well, what I think I'm looking at, and that I perceive that something is looking at me. The restroom door is open, and it's a small little hallway, and then my bedroom door is open. And when I'm like, something's looking at me, and I'm looking, and then you can hear it. And the restroom door slammed shut, and then my bedroom slammed shut, and then it went right through me. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh, shit. I fucking threw those prayers down, and I freaking opened my door, and I went to the living room, and I was like, I don't know what just happened. But that shit was fucking scary.
Snap.
So within that time frame, I don't know if it was that same night or the next night or within the same vicinity of me having that happen to me.
Yeah.
That's when I woke up one morning, and I couldn't move at all, and I felt like I was being abused. I felt like I was being assaulted. I feel like it could have been sexual. Like I was like, I just
shit.
couldn't move. I was like,
You ever heard of an incubus, right? A succubus and an incubus? You ever heard of those?
No.
An incubus is a male spirit that's, I think, like sexual in nature.
yeah,
It's really meant for, I guess, the female, for females.
Yeah.
But the opposite of that is a succubus, I think, and that's a female spirit
Okay.
that's really trying to impregnate itself with the human individual.
Well,
you research that shit, bro. It's legit. Like
Well,
people have given stories, and you can find all kinds of shit
Just
on that.
both horny ass spirits.
Yes,
right?
something like that.
Yeah.
But they are trying to incarnate something by having intercourse with an actual human being, whether it be a male or a female.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now that did not feel like a female was.
Oh shit!
It felt like a strong male thing, and then I was like, oh shit, and then I finally like snapped out of it, and I got my strength, and I can't tell you that I felt like I pushed him off or whatever. It just stopped, and I was like, what the fuck was that? Like I was shocked. So
So taking a logical approach to that, right? You were awake when you felt that because
I was asleep, and then I woke up, and that's when I felt it.
Damn.
But that's what I'm saying. You were awake.
Yes,
You woke up and you
yes,
felt it, right?
Yes.
And then when you pushed off or did whatever, you were still awake. Like this action happened while you were awake.
Yes.
So it wasn't like you woke up and then like all that shit was in the past when you woke up, right?
You know, I know it was in the middle of the night. I was in bed. I was asleep. and then I felt something on top of me, so I woke up. And when I woke up, I couldn't move it. I couldn't move.
You're paralyzed.
And I couldn't take this.
I'm
thing
asking
off
this question because your story just debunked my logic. Was it's just a dream?
Yeah.
Because this happened after you woke up.
Yes.
And then you stayed awake. It wasn't like
I was not dreaming.
Yeah.
I woke up because something woke me up, and then I was awake, and then I couldn't move.
Damn.
That's fucking crazy.
Dude, that's eerie. That's scary shit.
And
but
so-
there's been a lot of reports about that particular experience that you're discussing right now. You're not the only one, man. There's been a lot of people who've described the same shit you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it what can explain it? I mean, is it just you're just paralyzed out of fear, or is there actually some kind of spirit trying to fuck with you?
Well, then a few days earlier, how do I explain?
Yeah.
And that was not the only time that I had what I thought a spirit went through me, because I was at the fairgrounds. I haven't told this story on any of your podcasts, right?
I don't.
So
maybe the first one or the first few you were on, if that. But
So I used to work at the fairgrounds when I was a kid, right? My uncle managed the fairgrounds, and he hired me for the summers when I was a teenager, right?
Sweet.
So one of my jobs was to clean up the Coliseum, the Fair Park Coliseum, for concerts or for any events. So I'm in there, and I'm cleaning the living shit out of this fucking Coliseum because Beyonce's about to show up, right?
Oh, snap.
And I happened to see Beyonce twice.
well, you say Beyonce but
It was Destiny's Child.
Yeah, that's what
it
I'm
was
saying.
Destiny's
people
Child.
that are
Before
not,
Beyonce was Beyonce.
When
Before she was Miss Carter.
the last time I saw Beyonce, I was about this close to her, like where you're at to where I'm at. She was 17 years old. I happened to be 16 or 17 at the time, so.
But it should tell the listeners.
Yeah.
That Destiny's Child coming to the fair part, they were not Destiny's Child.
Well, the next week after they came to that, from that concert, they won 4 Grammys, and then that was the end show right there. Like then it was all
But
ascending to where it's at right now.
I want to cover your ass because people that are listening are like, what the fuck ever?
Yeah.
Like, you know what
No,
I mean?
that's
Like,
it's a goddamn
Me
fucking
too. I was
true
like,
story.
Come on, Eric. What the fuck?
No, it's a goddamn fucking true story. So I'm cleaning the goddamn Coliseum, and then I cleaned it so good. I repeated and I cleaned. But I also was doing that because I don't want to fucking go outside and cut grass and weed eat and fucking be in 100 and something degree temperature. So then finally, my uncle, my boss, he was like, "Hey, you got to go do some shit outside, fucking cut grass, right?" And right on the west side, no, not. It's the it was the west side. So southwest side corner of the Coliseum. There's a grass patch right there, and so I'm outside, dude. It's fucking July or whatever fucking month it is. It is fucking hot as fuck. All right, whatever. I don't give a shit. So I'm doing what I'm doing, and then he passes by. He's like, "Hey, did you do blah blah blah?" I was like, "I didn't know I was supposed to do that. Otherwise, I would have." And he was like, "God damn it!" He goes, "Go back in there and go do it." And I don't remember really what it was, but I do know that on the side of the Coliseum where I was at, there was a fence that blocked the door to come back around from the back corner. So that means I'm going to have to walk around the entire Coliseum to end up back where I'm at. And I can't climb that fence. There's barbed wire on top of it or whatever. I do have the key, and I can open the door that's right there. But I'm going to have to walk in the Coliseum for like at least 1 minute to turn on the lights. And, dude, I already heard about the stories that it was haunted, it's scary, and it was scary in there. And I always fucking had all the lights in there, and then before I would walk out, when I turned off all the lights, then the door was just right there, and then you run out, right? So that could be my imagination, like why I'm so fucking scared, but I could be the only person in there, and I would hear banging inside the Coliseum. Bang, 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 bang. You can hear people talking. Sometimes you're like, "Hey, were you in the Coliseum today?" And they're like, "No, I wasn't in there." And I'm the only person in there, and I can hear people talking. I can hear banging. I can hear a whole bunch of fucking shit.
Hell no.
So I'm like, I don't know. Like none of that.
And it's like it's not like it's got windows. So
No,
it's dark.
it's
shit.
dark.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do, because I don't fucking feel like walking around this whole motherfucking Coliseum. I'm just gonna open this door right here, cut through this little corner. There's some curtains where the catering area was at for the artists. So when we fed them, and then I go through this little nook, which is super goddamn fucking dark. And then you go into the floor, and then the box is there, and you can lift up the switch. Should take me about 30 to 40 seconds from that door to that fucking thing. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to fucking do this. I don't give a shit. This motherfucker's haunted. It's all in my imagination. Fucking unlock the door. I open it, and I walk. And then there's curtains, right? They're kind of like see-through curtains, but they're dark curtains. And from the light from the outside looking in, you can kind of see shadows in the back. Like you can see the chairs, you can see tables. And then all of a sudden, I start walking. I see somebody behind the curtain. And I was like, God damn. I close my eyes and I shake my head. I was like, it's my imagination. I look back at the curtain. It's still there. And I start walking. It starts walking.
Hell no.
I stop. It stops. And I was like, come on, Eric. It's just your imagination. There's nothing back there. So I walk, and I go in there fucking forceful, right? And I move the curtain. That fucking shadow is right there, and it goes right through me. And it was cold, and I was like, oh, fuck. And I turn around, and I sprint straight to the doors, right? Well, there's one door that doesn't open from the inside, and that's the one I ran to, right? And then I was like, I turned and I run out, and I go out through the other side, and I was like, what the hell was that, right? So I felt cold air go through me, walking through that, opening the curtains, and then I saw it. Like, it looked at me, and it just went, it went right through me. Dude, bro, and nobody's going to believe me. My cousin believed me, which is ironic because, like, if you talk to my cousin, you're like, I don't believe nothing he says. Dude, when I told him, I was like, bro, ghost just went through me. He was like, why would you go in there dark? Like, it's haunted in there. And I was like, I know. I know. And I was trying to force my mind to tell me that it's fake. It's not fake at all. Yeah. And they're like, nobody thinks it's fake. Everybody that knows that this is not fake.
Yeah.
Can I piggyback on that?
Go ahead.
I know you want to get to this. My bad.
No, I'm cool, dog.
I know this is my show, but I want to open up the floor for you, bro. Like, I love you to death, and fuck yeah. But really quick, I had a spirit go through me. Right? I did. I had an outer body experience to where the spirit goes through me, but I'm looking at myself and my reaction of being scared while the spirit's going through me.
Shit, dog. What the hell?
So late at night when I'm off, on my days off, so I get off at like certain time, so I know tomorrow I'm off. Mm-hmm. So I relax. I'll drink a few bourbons. I just, I unwind like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I blamed it on the alcohol. I really did. Mm-hmm. But I can't lay in bed and go to bed while I'm doing this shit because I'm off tomorrow. I'm not gonna waste my day off.
Right, yeah.
So I'm laying in bed. I can't fall asleep. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna go to the living room. I walk to the living room, and when I turn around, I feel weird, like something's watching me. So when I turn around, and my hallway is kind of long, it's not that long, but it's kind of long.
Yeah.
So when I turn around and I look down the hallway, I feel like a rush. Like, and the only way I can describe it is like, we grew up in Cavazos where people rush you all the time.
Yeah,
like you're getting jumped all the time.
The birthday
I
clicks.
was like fucking, I've been initiated in Northside like 20 times in my whole life. So that's what I felt like. Someone was about to rush me.
Yeah.
And then I immediately like leave my body and watch my reaction of whatever the fuck rushed through me. And I see myself like getting scared and like doing a weird ass gesture or movement in my body because I was like, what the fuck?
Dude.
And then immediately like snapping back to myself and like, what the fuck was that?
That's wild. Out of body experience. Where were you when this happened?
In my house.
Shit, dog. And you've been there. Is that the only creepy
That's
thing
the
you've
only
had?
time. That's the only time that I've experienced something that Eric has.
And what do you equate it to?
It was a spirit, bro.
But I mean, spirits don't
Every
interact with you
night-
just for the fuck of it.
No,
you know,
but every
you're
night
doing something.
I pray.
Okay.
Every night I pray for all my friends. I pray for all my family, but I specifically pray for God to remove the negative energy from me, my wife, my kid, and my home.
Okay. Yeah.
And I had just prayed, like, please, Lord, remove any strangleholds, any fucking negative energy that has a hold on me in this household. Just remove it. In the name of Jesus, I rebuked Satan. And then I get up. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to go to the living room. And then that happened.
Damn. That's wild, bro. That's
Bro,
some
that's
wild shit.
when it comes out.
That's
too.
a spiritual
It's-
battle right there, dog. That's some spiritual warfare. That's the one thing I could think of, man.
But
You
I
pissed something
saw
off.
myself like get scared and tense up. And then I come to it. And then I'm thinking to myself, my mind is fucking playing tricks on me. But then after hearing what y'all heard, like, that's
Bro,
fucking,
I've never experienced anything that the fuck y'all are talking about, bro. Ever. I mean, ever, dog. I mean, I've heard stories and shit like that, but I can't pinpoint one moment in my life where I was just paralyzed with fear or I knew I felt something go through me. I've been in places where maybe the room gets cold or something, but nothing to the extent of what y'all are saying.
but
man.
maybe
That's
I had to
wild.
leave my body to be the bull in the red. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, because that motherfucker would have probably took me. That's how I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After hearing what y'all just said, like, maybe I have to leave my body to like fucking wave that red flag at the bull and be like, "Olay, bitch," and then I'm going back in my body. Like,
Yeah.
You didn't get me.
That's
I prayed
wild,
to
bro.
God to protect me from this shit.
And maybe if you wouldn't have done that, it probably could have taken you or some shit. Taken your soul with you or given you some
Yeah.
kind of
give
an
you
ailment.
some negative thoughts.
Yeah, and to piggyback on what Eric said on your podcast, yeah, man, that legit from 3 to 5 is real. 3 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Yeah, dog.
Like I could not tell you like how many times I've woken up at that hour, and I'm just like, I gotta pray. And I didn't know what Eric said that was when the most vulnerable time for your body.
That tripped me out when he told me that most people that die in their sleep, they die from that hour, 3 to 5.
Yes.
That shook me hard, bro. That shook me hard because I'm thinking, what if that's why you're waking up? Because if you don't wake up, what if you do pass away, or what if you do get up?
You can't have a spiritual moment without almost dying, right? Especially when you're asleep. You know, you're not thinking of anything. You're just asleep.
But when you take into all the accounts of the stories in the Bible, bro, like I said, when Jacob wrestled with that angel, it was pretty much like the story said. It was in the morning. The angel was saying, "Man, you need to let me go because daybreak's about to happen, and I gotta go."
There
When
you go.
Christ walked on water, that's pretty much the time when it was happening during the darkest time of the night. When Christ was praying in the Garden of Gethsemane before he got crucified, he started sweating blood, right? There's that passage in the Bible that says he told his disciples before he went into this garden to pray to stay up and pray. He told him, he said, "Can you just stay up and pray? I'm going to go over here to this garden. I'm going to pray. I'm going to talk to my Father to get direction." And after that happened, and he said, "If this is meant to be, take this cup away from me, but, your will be done." And after he got the download from the Most High, and God told him, "No, you're going to have to die. You're going to have to be crucified." He goes back down the mountain and finds all his disciples asleep. And he's pissed off. He's like, "Y'all can't stay up for an hour to 2 hours to pray because I'm here in your presence and you can't do this for me?" So that's just 3 stories I can pinpoint out of the top of my mind, bro. So I know that 3 to 5 hour span, there's something to it, bro. It is. There's something spiritual to it.
Yeah.
People a lot of people have hit me up since that podcast and told me, "Hey, man, I thought I was the only one.
No, for
I didn't
real.
know I was supposed to
Yeah.
be doing
Hey,
that."
dude,
and
you're-
I
you're-
had no clue you were supposed to be getting up and praying at that time.
You're so sick. You have a hard time going to sleep. You got the flu or whatever. You're gonna wake up at 3:00 in the morning. Always. I don't know how many times I woke up at 3:00 in the morning. I was sick last month, and I'd wake up and I would be kind of scared because I woke up at 3 and I was like, oh, fuck. I was about to die.
Yeah.
I was about to die, and I woke up. I couldn't breathe, and I was like, ugh, I got boogers coming out. Get up, use the restroom, blow my nose, take some medicine, and I had to convince myself to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Because I knew that was a moment, my most vulnerable moment,
Yes,
and I was about
that's a
to.
good
My
word,
body
vulnerable.
woke my ass up.
Physically vulnerable and spiritually vulnerable.
See, I didn't know about what Eric said. Like that's the greatest part of the day that you're most vulnerable. Your body's most vulnerable. But I did know that when you wake up at between 3 and 5, I remember it was a YouTube video that I saw years ago that he was like, if you wake up, pray, pray, just pray. So when I wake up at that time, and it's always at that time that I wake up, whether it's got to pee or just wake up,
Yeah.
I always like, thank you, God, for waking me up. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
God,
dude.
for waking me up. And whether it's that little small prayer or I pray even more, which at times I do, but I'll be honest, man, like at times I'm just like, thank you, God, for waking me up. That was my prayer.
Yeah.
But I always wake up between 3 and 5.
That's odd, man. That is. I mean, and I wish it wouldn't happen anymore because I want sleep, bro.
Yeah.
I want to go to bed, but I don't know. I also heard another explanation that it has something to do with your biology of your body. Something I forgot what. I think it was on YouTube. This guy was breaking down how when you sleep, you know, your body is secreting serotonin or something to help you sleep, but at the same time, if you don't do these certain measures before you go to bed, your body starts producing the stress hormone, cortisol or something like that, right?
cortisol.
And that's what makes your mind race. That's what makes you like produce kind of adrenaline. So instead of waking up, instead of going to sleep, your body's kind of in overdrive, you know. But listening to his explanation, it's another breakdown. You know, you're trying to be logical about a spiritual situation, and you can explain it away. But if it keeps happening, and then certain things in your life aren't right, what else can you equate it to? Your diet or something, or someone trying to get your attention and be like, no, get up because this is one of the most powerful times to pray. Get your orders for the day, and then stand guard. I guess that's the only thing I could explain.
Bro,
it as.
like when you're having a hard time sleeping and you're having nightmares, and it's not a consistent thing, like it just happened like out of the blue. It's highly likely that you abused your body so bad. And when I say abuse, you ate shit that you weren't supposed to eat. You drank
Church's chicken.
Yeah, church's chicken.
I'm not being funny, but shit you know you're not supposed to eat.
So it ain't one meal. Like, oh, I ate church's chicken. I ate 3 pieces of chicken and a biscuit. No, I ate church's chicken
For dinner.
For dinner. But earlier in the day, I
Chick-fil-A for lunch.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you just ate a whole bunch of garbage all day long. Yesterday you ate it. The day before you ate it. And then you're drinking just alcohol, and you're drinking the cheap alcohol, whatever it is, for consecutive days.
spirits.
And you go to sleep and you start having nightmares. Your body is having the nightmare. It's telling you just abused the shit out of me. And I could die at any time right now.
Dude.
And you just wait for that 3 o'clock spot, bro. And you wait for that 4 o'clock spot, like,
There's
and
a
then,
reckoning.
and then you're having nightmares, and you wake up. That's the only time that I ever have nightmares, if I pulled that stunt.
Yeah, yeah.
And some days, like, I'm about to go to sleep, and then I think to myself, like, I just fucking had the worst fucking weekend ever of dietary stuff.
It's always on
It's
the
gonna
weekend,
be
too.
a fucking
Yes, dog.
nightmare tonight. And when I say nightmare, I'm talking about a nightmare. And you're gonna be waking up. You're not gonna sleep right. You're gonna be burping up all your garbage. You're gonna be farting. You're gonna do all this shit. Your body is telling you ruined me, and that's why you're having these nightmares.
Here's the payback,
But how
motherfucker.
many old heads in our circle, like in your daily life, that's gonna put you in your place? Because I'm not calling his mom old. I'm
Yeah.
just saying her mentality is the old way of life. his mom would be like, "Motherfucker, you ate like shit twice
Mm-hmm.
today. You need to eat a home cooked meal." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But is that dietary restrict or is that spiritual?
I
Well,
think it's
those-
And I
probably
think
both,
I
man.
think it's
And
spiritual.
yourself,
I
holding
really-
yourself accountable.
Knowing his mom, I believe that's spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Like how he said, like you've been abusing this fucking temple. How the fuck can you expect optimum fucking results when
Yeah.
you've been treating it like shit?
Yeah, shit, yeah.
There's graffiti all over it.
Hell yeah. You've just left shit everywhere inside your body, and it's freaking, it's rebelling against you, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
really
can see
is.
that, bro. I can see that too.
And it's trying to respond back too, because it's trying not to die. And you did everything that would lead you to death. When you did Popeyes, you did
And simply
Churches.
the fact of just praying over your food, man, because you don't know what kind of spirits are attached to that food. You don't know how that chicken died. You don't know how that cow died. That's one of the things for sure that I try to do every time. I try to pray over my food. I pray for the hands that prepared it, and I ask the Most High, hey, any spiritual deficiencies that are in this food, I pray against it, and I hope that this food nourishes my mind, body, and my spirit. And I'll leave it at that. But a lot of people take that for granted too. They think, hey, I shouldn't pray before I eat. I shouldn't. It's embarrassing or it's tacky, but you're putting something in your body that you're ingesting. Yeah, of course you want it to be blessed. Of course you want to, pray over it so it doesn't have a kind of a negative effect on you.
I've never heard that being put in that manner.
It's
real.
true, but it's true.
Like you
Don't
always
overlook
hear,
it.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, pray
always
before
hear,
you eat. Pray before you eat. Wash
But I've
your
never
hands
heard
before
it-
you eat. It's the same thing. If you're eating with dirty hands, you're going to be eating this dirty food that's probably spiritually inflicted in some negative way, and then you're putting it in your body. Junk in, junk out. Garbage in, garbage out.
That's awesome, dude. Because I've never heard it from that perspective, for real.
It's powerful. It is, man.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things people tend to overlook, and it's not a joke, man. It's not a joke. I mean, especially in the world we live in today, it's everything seems to be afflicted spiritually, and the veil is getting thinner and thinner and thinner. Crazy shit's happening all over the world, bro. Everything. This is what I want to talk about right here. This freaking eclipse.
Yeah,
Y'all-
let's
y'all
get
heard about
into it.
that eclipse that's gonna take place on April 8th?
No.
You haven't heard about that?
No, I haven't.
Well, you know that eclipse that happened, I think, in October, right?
Mm-hmm.
That it pretty much turned the day into night.
Yeah.
Well, there's certain places on April 8th that the same thing is going to happen, and it's going to make an X over the United States, right? But what's crazy about this particular eclipse that's happening on the April 8th is all the cities that it's going to go over. And all the cities are named Nineveh. Nineveh, New York, Nineveh, Missouri, Nineveh, Ohio, Nineveh, Texas, Nineveh, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Nova Scotia, Indiana. And what's crazy about this, bro, is how come some people in certain places, let me see if I can find it, and specifically in Texas, Nineveh, Texas,
I never heard of Nineveh.
they're telling people that are in the location, in the path of this eclipse, to start preparing, start getting food, start getting other resources.
For an
getting
eclipse?
Gas. Yes. So you tell me what's gonna happen.
What's an eclipse? Like legit, what's an eclipse? Like 5 minutes?
This is
8 minutes?
This is what they're explaining it away. They're saying that these cities are going to be so inundated with people coming to witness the actual event, because you can be far away from this eclipse and it's not going to turn day into night. Some people want to go to these cities so they can get the real experience. But they're saying, hey, no, you need to make sure that you have all this food, you have the ability to shelter in place if this eclipse happens and all these people are in one place and something bad happens. The internet just went fucking out the other day and people were losing their shit.
But it's
and
just
I got news for
coincidence,
you.
bro, that it's just coincidence
No,
that
fuck
it's
no.
on Nineveh.
It's biblical, you knuckleheads out there listening. This shit is all biblical, is what you can't understand, okay? Nineveh, this guy goes on to say right here, isn't Nineveh a place God told Jonah to go repent? You've heard the story of Jonah and the whale in the Bible? You've never heard that story. It happened in Nineveh, okay? And a little short, let me see, interesting fact about Nineveh. Nineveh was a great populous city, the flourishing capital of the Assyrian Empire. It was founded by Nimrod. And if you know who Nimrod is, it's pretty much the guy that gets celebrated for Christmas and Easter. He was involved with the building of the Tower of Babel, right? It's the reason why people worship on Sundays, if you believe it or not. What's the Sabbath day? What's the Sabbath day that y'all been told that you need to worship
Sunday.
on? Sunday, right? But what's Sunday? Is that the first day of the week or is that the seventh day of the week? It's the first day, right? God created the world in 6 days. On the seventh day, he rested. So what's the real Sabbath?
Saturday.
It's Saturday. So how come everybody's worshiping God on Sunday? Because it's the S-U-N day. Nimrod was a sun god. Egyptians worshiped the sun. You're worshiping the sun on Sunday, whether people want to believe it or not. I'm not here to hurt people's feelings, but there's facts behind this, right? So it was founded by Nimrod, the rebellious hunter who built the Tower of Babel. Nineveh is most famous for its encounter with the prophet Jonah, who preached God's judgment against it. The city repented and was spared from destruction. So when you look into all this stuff, there's no coincidence, bro, that all this stuff is taking place, right? The number 8 is a biblical number. It's a number of rejuvenation, of like a new beginning, right? So a lot of people are speculating that something is going to take place on this day along with this eclipse that might be biblical, bro.
But you said April 8th?
April 8th, right around the corner.
Yeah, people are already trying to set up to camp out for this thing right here.
Yes, bro. And I mean, I got so many posts on here of people that are being told, yeah, you need to get ready just because of something that might take place, and you might have to shelter in place at the same time. And your guess is as good as mine. But
what's the logical explanation of people telling the masses to shelter in place for an eclipse?
It's weird, bro. This is weird. Look, city officials warned residents in Elroy Township, Ohio, to stockpile supplies and stay at home during the total solar eclipse in April.
But like I said, like what's that logical
Well, it
explanation?
can probably take out some power. It can take out some satellites. It can take out something.
like total chaos? Like,
Well, if there's no satellites and power, chaos
yeah.
can happen.
Yes, you don't got no communications. Your cell phones go off, or maybe what you don't understand that these people that control
I
the
understand. I get everything that you're throwing, bro.
Okay.
I'm catching everything. I'm talking about the naysayers that are still listening right now. That's what I'm asking for. I'm not trying to.
No. I know
Yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, hey, take it for what it is. I mean, I don't think there's any naysayers because there's not that many people that know this information. You have
That's
to.
what I'm saying. There's a lot of naysayers because they don't know this information. Like, that's full of shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's bro. Your guess would be as good as mine, but like I said, all the stuff that I'm researching, it's leading to a climatic event in 2024 that is just going to kick off a bunch of shit.
Yes.
Check this out.
I just
Take a
want to
listen
do
to this real
a
quick.
quick disclaimer.
Go ahead.
So
Anyone
people
else
that are not
besides me
familiar
find
with
this-
your podcast, you only spit shit that's actually published, that's been put out, like factual shit. And then you leave it for them to decide.
Yeah, it's
You
up
know
for
what I mean?
interpretation.
So what I want to tell people is like, you're not coming on this show spitting shit that's like,
I'm not talking out my ass, people.
yeah.
That's for sure.
You're
Fuck
not
no.
talking out your ass.
No.
So I just want to, for people that first time listeners that are hearing your shit that are just like, what the fuck? Like, this dude's full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, he really fucking expresses shit that's been like printed, published, put out there. He's not talking out of his ass, and then he's just letting you know. Okay, you decipher for yourself what you want to
Yeah,
believe.
look, I mean, it's here.
Yeah.
Look, eclipse tips right here. A lot of people that are living in these cities are being told schedule errands and appointments early. Have communication plans with family and friends. Why? Because shit might fucking go haywire, right? Have cash on hand in case of limited internet access. Buy necessary groceries and gas.
That's
Expect heavy
insane,
traffic and long lines for local
For an
services.
eclipse, bro.
Yeah, take a listen.
Anyone else besides me find this a little weird? All of the stuff that they are telling us to do when it comes to this eclipse. What do they know that we don't know? They're telling us to get groceries. They're telling us to stock up on essentials. They're telling us to have cash on hand just in case. So what exactly do they know that we don't know? That first photo that you seen was a news station in Arkansas. This one that you're seeing on screen is from a place in Ohio. So what exactly do they know is coming? What are they not telling us?
A lot of shit. They're not telling you a lot of shit. How come all these other billionaires are building bunkers everywhere? A lot of people are trying to go underground for some particular reason.
I'm glad you brought up billionaires and bunkers.
Telling you, a lot of people, hey, it's a big fad right now. But don't think that being underground is going to save your life, because it's not.
So
It's not. How are you going to pay these people that are protecting all your shit if money's not worth a fucking thing, bro?
yes. So let me ask you this: has this eclipse happened before?
No. Nope. I don't think so. It happened last year, but it was just in one direction.
No. This particular eclipse.
Hell no. Where it's gone over all the cities of Nineveh.
And-
That is connected or
Yes.
connected to the Bible, to some type of story of Jonah and the whale. No, fuck no.
And if for whatever reason can we predict that this eclipse was going to happen 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago, or however the last time that these cities were named? They're crisscrossing each other right here.
X marks the spot.
So they have to have known that this eclipse is going to happen sometime to have all of these cities named the same are going to cross over on each other.
They might have known, but these are just regular people on X that do the research, bro. There's a lot of people out there that are very intelligent. They can get the information and decipher it and break it down to where it's understandable.
Yes.
Okay, because a lot of people just think, oh, yeah, an eclipse is going to happen on April 8th. Cool, let me get my glasses and take my kids out there to go watch it. But when you break down all these stories and cities of Nineveh, there's no coincidence, bro. There's no such thing as coincidences, dog.
It's a coincidence that it's on April 8th.
It's going
And
through
there's
eight
eight
cities.
and all 8 cities are Nevaeh.
Yes. Yeah, hell no.
It's just coincidence. bro.
Just research.
Just like it's coincidence that fucking Hillary Clinton's got 65 friends at
body
all
count.
committed
Yeah,
suicide.
hell yeah. No, yeah. Heck no.
And she also murdered people.
Fuck yeah.
So you spoke about billionaires building bunkers, right? They obviously know something that we don't know, right?
Yes.
Can you let's play this clip that I
Here we go.
Of the Sierra Sounds?
No.
Sierra Nevada. In the 70s, and this guy and his buddies owned a hunting cabin
Oh,
like,
that's not
way
it.
out.
That's not it. This one right here.
yeah, it's this
All right,
one.
cool.
You guys seen the Doomsday Map?
Uh-oh.
If there's a cataclysm event that happens on Earth and parts of the world floods. Have you ever heard
Oh,
of
shit,
the
my bad,
Sierra
bro.
Sounds?
No.
God
Sierra
damn, my
Nevada.
bad.
In the
Shit in
70s.
bed, guys. I'm not familiar with Twitter. My bad. I'll leave it on. Here you go.
Have you guys seen the Doomsday Map?
Uh-oh.
If there's a cataclysm event that happens on Earth and parts of the world flood, sea levels rise, they came out with a map that looks like this.
It's America?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
This is America. They do like the whole world, but this shot is of America.
How's Florida okay?
There's a lot of Florida that's gone. Like it looks like a good 40% of Florida is gone. But
Underwater.
What about Mount Dora?
Still there.
Mount Dora's
Highest
there.
elevation, baby.
second highest.
Second?
Yeah.
What's the first?
Tallahassee.
Actually.
But this lady on TikTok, her name is Peggy Bolton. She did some really fun research regarding the Doomsday Map. Ready?
Ready.
She compared what this map looked like to the land that Bill Gates has been buying, all
Shut
the
up.
farmland.
Shut up.
Because he is the majority farmland owner in the United States right now. That in and of itself is terrifying.
He
So
likes
weird.
farming, guys. It's a big deal.
Oh, make Bill.
Oh, make Bill Gates had a farm.
Then he ruled the world.
World. He wouldn't let us live on the land when it all flooded.
She took the map of the farmland that he owns and overlaid it onto this Doomsday Map. Every single dry land piece was occupied by his farmland.
Wait,
No, I mean, like,
I
makes
was lost.
makes
You-
total
you can
sense that he's
stop it.
trying
You
to,
can
he's
stop it.
planning ahead, dude. Like,
So
He's one of the ones that it's in the know.
like I said,
He's a
so-
eugenicist, folks. His dad was a eugenicist. It's all eugenics. They
but
only
that's-
want a
that's
certain
what I'm-
amount of bloodline.
That's what I was about to say. Like for those that don't know, do some research if you want to question this or take our word for what it's worth. But his dad was like the first well, not inventor, but creator of Planned Parenthood.
Yes,
right? Right.
Founder, yes.
So founder. He founded Planned Parenthood, and then he himself has been on TED Talks talking about population control.
Yeah. Through vaccines. I just fucked up your YouTube channel, bro.
Yeah.
I just fucked it up.
No,
man.
but yeah,
I just take it.
I don't
right
give
there.
a fuck, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
I'm not in here for fucking views. I'm here for the truth.
Yeah,
Like,
hell yeah.
So
All more
for
power
real,
to
man,
you.
like understanding what the fuck he's all about, bro. Like he's treating the human race as a fucking science experiment, bro.
And he's a computer expert, bro. He's not a doctor. He doesn't have a PhD. He doesn't know anything about health. He's fat as fuck, bro. He's one of the most unhealthy people out there telling you how to freaking dictate your life. Here, take this or take this type of vaccine and shit. Hell no, bro. He's in the know, just like all these other builders. Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, all these assholes are building redoubts in the ground, in the mountain, and they think it's going to save them, bro, but it's not.
But the number one thing that I don't understand about the masses is like people want to fucking question you because they're like, oh, you're not a doctor, right?
Yeah. Fuck no. I don't have to be a doctor when I got fucking common sense, bitches.
Okay, exactly that. But they want to take Bill Gates' word for whatever the fuck he said. He's never done shit in his life. Like he didn't even, my knowledge,
his
he didn't even
antivirus
fucking
software don't fucking work right, bro.
But he didn't even fucking invent that. Like he piggybacked off someone else's back and then fucking profited off Microsoft.
He's just a software
Like,
guy.
yeah.
He didn't invent Apple computers. He just came up with software.
didn't do
and even
shit.
that is questionable. Even the software is questionable.
He's IT.
Yes. Hell yeah.
And we all know about IT motherfuckers.
Yeah, fuck
But
yeah.
we want to trust him in our vaccines. He's not a doctor. Like what the fuck?
Hey,
If
but-
that's your logical fucking excuse, is like you're not a doctor, you can't tell me what to do. Why the fuck are you listening to Bill Gates? He's not a fucking doctor.
But he's one of those individuals that's been propped up and put in front of the population, like Fauci, like the World Health Organization, like all these other people, like all these other organizations now, they're all redacting, they're all freaking backstepping, saying, oh, we didn't implement face masks during the COVID. Oh, we didn't make you go take that shot. We don't have the power to do that. They all know they're complicit and that the fucking hammer's about to drop on these fucks for the crimes against humanity that have been committed, bro. Over 90 million people have been affected by these shits or have died already, bro. Go look up the fucking Died Suddenly website. You're going to be shocked, bro. You're going to be shocked. And everybody fucking fell for it.
Just
You wonder why people are coughing and the shit don't go away? You're compromised. You're fucking compromised.
Are you on Rumble?
No, no.
So go to Rumble
Or BitChute.
but download Rumble and then search died suddenly.
It'll scare the
And then
shit
the
out of you.
documentary on that will fucking open your eyes.
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
Just search died suddenly.
Yeah, hell no.
But I bring up all that shit because, like, okay, so Bill Gates is the person behind 3D printing meat.
Yes, the Franken meat.
So,
Hell yeah.
like, and if you don't understand, or if I just said something that you're not even familiar with, Google 3D printed meat.
Yes.
And that's meat that us humans are already fucking ingesting in our body. That's not coming from a cow. That is being fucking marketed
Grown.
as
It's
beef.
lab-grown meat.
It's marketed as beef.
And the FDA has put their stamp of approval on it already. So you might be consuming this shit and you have no clue. So like I'm even saying, you're eating fast food and all this stuff and you're thinking, hey, well, I'm going to cook for myself. I'm just going to do it the right way. You don't even know if that fucking pink sludge or some shit you're eating is fucking
But
a
on
real
the
cow
break, when
or
we-
genetically modified.
During our break, we were just talking about how Eric was saying 35 and 55 and 65% has to be labeled as whatever on fast foods. Not everybody knows that. But I encourage you to just do your own homework.
I
But
encourage
what
you
I'm
to do
saying,
this.
what I'm saying is like Taco Bell. Why do you think all their menu items are beefy or meaty? It never says 100% beef.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
That's because that's not what you're eating.
And I shit you not, all of us, and there's memes about it. Like you eat Taco Bell and you're just gonna shit your fucking asshole out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, because you're not fucking eating real meat.
No, it ain't.
It's either
real meat.
genetically modified or it's a human being. There you go. I'm going to put it out there.
I have a story about Taco Bell. about someone that's very close to me.
Before you do, I want to drop this little bit of information
Tell
on
me.
you, okay? You think this
Save
is all
that,
fucking
save that,
conspiracy?
save that.
You think this is all conspiracy?
Remember that.
And the shit that I'm talking about here isn't true, okay? Listen to this, bitches, all right? Bill HB 1894, vaccine safety in lettuce and tomatoes. Tennessee state lawmakers said during a recent legislative session that various companies and medical entities are capable of injecting vaccines into lettuce, tomato, and tobacco.
And they passed it.
There you go.
They passed that
Ain't no
bill.
fucking conspiracy about this.
Hey, bro, they've been doing that to tobacco for a long ass time. Why do you think cigarettes ain't
And
fucking
they
worth this
passed
shit
it,
no
bro.
more?
There you go.
But what I'm saying is like, you can. This is Googleable research that you can.
You just gotta take your head out of your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know and do a little freaking
so
research
in
and that's it.
in the state of Tennessee,
'Cause information
you
is
might be
your
eating a
sword.
tomato. And you're thinking to yourself,
healthy.
fuck that vaccine, fuck that booster.
Yeah.
Well, you're eating a fucking salad and you're getting that booster in you.
Yeah, dog.
They passed it, bro.
It's evil.
Yes.
It's evil.
Bro, I've had a tomato that was the most organic tomato ever. You know, the tomatoes you eat, right? When you cut them in half, they're fucking hollow inside, right? Like you can see hollow. I cut a fucking tomato one time that I bought at a farmer's market from someone I know.
Yeah.
Dude, it was fucking solid all the
Oh,
way
shit.
fucking through, bro. Like if you cut through a strawberry,
Like it wasn't like soft as shit in the middle. Like,
no, dude,
yeah,
there,
yeah,
there
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
any like any holes or anything, dude. It was a fucking solid piece of meat, a tomato. That's what fucking tomato is supposed to look like.
Tell your story. I
So,
didn't
all
watch
right. So, somebody I know told me this story. They used to work in a warehouse that supplied food to fast food restaurants and to the grocery store. And they were in their office and he heard a big ass fucking crash, right? He immediately knew that one of his employees dropped a big ass fucking load with a forklift. So he gets in his golf cart, drives out there, right?
Yeah.
He gets to the site. He said he sees fucking foam, like the shit that you use for fragile shit, right? In containers, right?
The popcorn
It's
shit.
fucking everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, God damn it, guys. How the fuck did you drop this big ass fucking pallet? Blah, 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 whatever. And he goes, all right, well, pick up all this shit over here and tell me what you broke so I can file a claim for it.
Yeah.
And the dude that dropped all this shit, he was like, oh, no, boss, I didn't break anything. He goes, how the fuck did you not break anything? He goes, I see all the fucking foam out here. He goes, no, boss, that's the Taco Bell meat. He goes, what? He goes, no, that's Taco Bell meat. He goes, just add water. He goes, you're fucking with me. He goes, no, boss, I'm not fucking with you. That's the Taco Bell meat. And he said he grabbed it. He goes, it's fucking foam.
Yeah.
He goes, you add fucking water to it, and that's your Taco Bell meat. So that's what you eat when you go to fucking Taco Bell, and that's why you need to take a shit of diarrhea in 45
Like
minutes after.
instantly, in like your last bite of Taco Bell, you're shitting yourself.
fast.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
So
It's not by accident. And they're not trying to cut corners. They're trying to slowly kill you. That's what it is.
No, yeah, and it's sad.
Population control.
No, but it's sad that like when we talk about it, we are conspiracy theorists. You know what I mean?
Not anymore. I ain't no fucking conspiracy theorist no more. People are believing this shit. People are reaching out. I had people apologize
No,
to me.
fans of your podcast do that.
yes.
People in general, bro.
Like-
I can go talk to anybody about this stuff. 5 years ago, they wouldn't want to hear it. Now, I'm talking to other people around me. I have a group. Before you know it, I got a group around me wanting to fucking know all this shit.
Hold on. So I just saw on my Facebook, a friend of mine who I really respected, right?
Uh-huh.
Put on his actual Facebook page, if you are friends with an intelligent person who believes in conspiracy theories, what do you think of that person?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like,
It's just a question.
I'm just like, no, but
It's just a question.
no, but that tells me that you think less of that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's just, hey, just give me your opinion. What do you think about it?
Nah, the way he worded it was
Was
like,
different.
I guess I'm giving you the fucking like Cliff's notes, but the
Okay,
way he
okay.
worded it was just like,
He was being decorated.
what do you fucking think of a fucking guy that's intellectual that believes in a fucking conspiracy theory?
But name a conspiracy
Exactly,
theory.
like,
Name one.
but exactly,
How many
like-
people have conspired to do evil
Like
shit
you
in the
can't.
world? Thousands.
Anyways, man, I'm just saying. I was just like, man, what the fuck, bro? Like, you just think that everybody's batting 1,000? Like, there's just no bullshit ever.
Yeah.
You just believe in the news, like.
Yeah. Fuck no. Hell
Come
no.
on, man.
That's the last place you want to go for information. The news was the one telling you to go get vaccinated. The news was the one telling you that masks work, all this shit, 6 feet apart. We got to shut down the world. We got to do this. We got to do that.
So I'm gonna tell you this on the vaccines. This is all my experience. This is nothing other than my experience.
Okay.
This guy, my coworker, goes and gets the vaccine, goes and gets the booster, goes and gets booster 2, goes and gets booster 3. This is a healthy motherfucker who's conscious about what he eats, what he drinks, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing has changed with this man. Nothing has ever changed with this man other than he's got booster 1, booster 2, vaccine 1. I think he's got like 4, but I'm just saying, let's just say for me not knowing, let's just say 3 total shots of vaccine. Vaccine 1, vaccine 2, booster 1. But I believe he's got more boosters.
Right.
This dude has got problem with his eyesight. He just had cataract surgery. This dude's got a sleep apnea, a CPAP machine now.
Probably got myocarditis.
Like he's got so much shit wrong with him now.
Yeah. First, yeah, go ahead.
And like he was conscious of what he ate, what he drank, he exercised. Like he was legit on everything.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden he's got these health problems.
First of all, let's stop calling it a vaccine because it's not. It's a fucking gene editing tool, okay? It's an mRNA shot that edits your fucking DNA, all right? If it doesn't kill you right away, it's turning you into something else, bro, okay?
Like I said, go to Rumble and check out Sudden Death.
Yes. But like I said, there's another aspect of this shit that people aren't being told, okay? There's a God gene in your DNA, believe it or not, bro, that connects you spiritually to a higher power. This gene editing tool is taking out that aspect of your DNA. So then you could be a godless individual that doesn't believe in shit. And then you wonder why the fucking world's going crazy. And all these people are doing crazy shit, shooting here, shooting there, killing there, killing there, having a basic conversation with this person that you were talking about. It's like impossible to have. It's increasing a lot of these debilitating diseases like dementia, like Alzheimer's and stuff. My dad's one of them. He's got all this shit, and it seems like ever since he's done it, he's just gone downhill, bro.
But like he's my coworker, and I tell him like, "Hey, bro, you don't think it's the vaccine and all those boosters you
Hey,
took?"
man, free
and
will,
he's like,
bro.
"Nah, man, I'm getting old." I'm like, "Bro, you are like legit 8 years older than me.
Yeah.
What the fuck you mean you're getting old?"
It's free will, bro. Like I said, people are being given a choice. If you've withstood it this long, then kudos to you because you've withstood $1 billion campaign that they've put out everywhere. Every commercial brought to you by Pfizer. Super Bro brought to you by Pfizer. You know, you've withstood a whole bunch of shit, and you got your DNA intact. All you got to do now is sit back and let the future prove itself right. And that's all I've been doing. I'm not yelling from the top of the Raptors to believe me because time's gonna prove me right, and it already has. I was one of the first of the fucking COVID pandemic telling people this shit was all fucking a hoax. The hospitals were killing people with those ventilators and shit. That's what it was.
It's not a hoax, bro. My cousin died.
Yeah, he was probably hooked up
It's
to
not a
a
hoax.
he was probably hooked up to a ventilator. Probably they took him to the
Yeah.
hospital, and the hospital killed him. That's what people don't understand. Oh, the hospitals wouldn't do that. The fuck they would, especially if you're getting paid $35,000.
Especially if you're getting $35,000 for a life. Bro.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, you
And
would.
then someone that died in a car wreck that's a COVID accident?
Yeah.
Come on.
Nah, hell nah, bro. It wasn't bullshit. And your boy Donnie Flams was telling you since 2020, bitches.
But it's a conspiracy theory, bro. And,
Hey,
and you are lesser because
No.
you believe in that shit.
Nope, hell no. I'm smarter because I'm fucking doing my own research.
But that's my logic behind it is like if you think that I'm a lesser person because I think that the earth is flat,
You're just thinking outside
Well,
the
go
box.
look at a flight map and go look at a fucking globe compared to a fucking flat Earth map.
Yeah. Get me a
And-
real freaking shot from a space station that's not computer generated. Give me a real image of the world that's a real freaking image. It's not generated. We just had a fucking lander land on the moon, right? You know that the shit landed sideways and all of a sudden it shut off. Oh, sorry guys, we got to the moon, but now it's shut off. But you still got a rover on Mars that's been there for fucking 8 fucking years. It's still rolling. Get the fuck out of my face, man.
No,
Get the fuck out of here.
I bring this just because I just want people to fucking think for themselves
And that's all.
and not turn to
Anybody
CNN
can ask for,
and,
yeah.
and the fucking.
If all these freaking procedures were on your own initiative, then God bless you, okay? But at the same time, you can't freaking degrade or talk down to someone who chose the opposite. Because just because everybody didn't follow the path you follow, you think everybody should. And that kind of pisses you off because, hey, I'm in this. Don't you want to be in this with me? Fuck no.
Like I went on your podcast as a guest and talked about dinosaurs are fake.
Yeah.
And I brought a logical fucking, like, hey,
Yes.
this is the shit that I've been studying, and I've been like,
It
this
doesn't make
is
sense.
bullshit, right?
Yes.
And everybody's like, everybody knows dinosaurs are real. You're a fucking idiot. And I'm like, how does everyone know?
Right.
Because you weren't there.
Hell no.
You just were told in school that this
Yeah.
was fucking real.
Just like they told
In
the
a
herb was
fucking
round.
in a fucking workbook that the Rockefellers created
Mm-hmm.
to fucking create a worker out of you and not a free fucking thinker. Like,
Yeah, dog. Yes, man. It's deep,
There
bro.
was a Rockefeller that died soon.
Oh yeah, shit. One of the main ones just freaking died right now, bro. And that's just it. You think he died, folks. He didn't die of natural causes. There's an operation going on now that it's taken out all the evil people on this planet. Rockefeller was one of the main ones. No, Rothschild. It was a Rothschild that just recently died. He was one of the guys that was big into all this freaking evil shit that's been perpetrated all over the planet, bro. The freaking creation of the state of Israel was from a Rothschild. And I wish freaking Kenny was here because I wanted to hear his little breakdown about it too. I heard his show today during my lunch break, and I'm in a building during that time that's just has shitty reception, bro. And he got into the freaking topic, and then the internet just shuts off, man. And then I turn it back on, and the show's already over. And I thought, God dang it, man, that's gonna be a good topic to discuss with this dude today. But yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna have
this
to show it
motherfucker-
to you because he records them. So I'll send you the video.
Financier
Yeah.
Lord Jacob Rothschild, dead. Dead. I'm telling
So
you.
hold on. I wanna talk about that motherfucker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Google Lord Jacob Rockefeller, right? I mean Rothschild, right?
Yeah.
So who's the highest of most high?
He's
Hold
one of
on.
them.
It was the queen, right?
No.
No. We know better.
What? Okay.
We know
Okay.
better.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It was the queen, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So now who's the king?
Prince
King-
Charles.
Prince Charles, who's now King Charles, right?
And he's got 6
So
months to
Google
live.
this motherfucker, and you will see a picture of him, like putting his fingers to his chest.
Yes.
And I don't know I do not know what that picture represents, but it can't be a good thing.
No.
So that motherfucker is telling the prince, "Hey, bitch."
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. He controls it.
I think I just saw you scroll through it. Scroll up. There it is.
Yeah,
No,
uh-huh.
oh no. No, that's not it. Sorry. But he is in the motherfucker's chest like a gangster.
That's it, bro. Right here.
Like
this
a
is
fucking
it.
mobster. Like,
Yes.
hey, bitch.
Yeah,
like,
you take directives from me. Don't think
But-
you're gonna
but-
go off on
He's
your
probably
own.
the king now.
but
Not anymore
there's
because that
no,
motherfucker's
but,
dead.
No, but King Charles is the mother. There's so many people There's so many people that run this whole world that we have no idea who their fucking name is.
Yeah, heck no. Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, freaking Elon Musk. You think these are the richest people in the world?
No.
They're fucking pennies, bro. Pennies, dog. The Rothschilds alone were worth like $7 trillion with a T. $1 trillion. Imagine a lot of shit you could manipulate with that type of money. You could buy countries, armies, mayors, governors, presidents, bro. Presidents, dog. Because green is what fucking rules this world. It's not fucking your ideas or some shit like that. Hell no. But these people, believe it or not, have been put in places of power in order to control shit. He's just one of the families. There's allegedly like another 8 or 9 families that have crazy names that nobody knows of that are still out there kicking ass. The Lee family is one of them.
There's that picture.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. Yes, hell yeah.
There's that fucking picture, bro.
Yep.
He's basically sunning the fucking prince.
Yeah, he says, you know where you're
Like-
taking orders from.
Like, come on, dude. There it is. There it is.
That's Evelyn de Rothschild. That's not the guy that just died. That's Evelyn de Rothschild. And these people, I'm telling you, they're powerful people, man. They're powerful, and they're into some occultic shit.
Who in their right mind can touch the prince? He's not even king yet.
No.
Can touch the prince like that.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Because you're paying his paycheck. That's why.
So he himself is like, oh shit, I fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they say? Pictures are worth 1,000 words, bro.
And it speaks volumes, bro. It does. It speaks volumes. All this shit. It's legitimate, man. It's legitimate. But like I said,
Bro, I don't know you from the sun or moon, and I come in your chest like that. What are you gonna do?
pause.
Motherfucker. And for the prince to be like,
Yeah, taking it. Toma. Yeah, dog. It's not an accident, bro. George Soros, he's another guy that's on the chopping block, believe it or not. George Soros, he's the guy that owns all of Taylor Swift's rights to her music.
yeah.
And now she has to toe the line because she wants the rights to her music, so she's got to go out there and do silly
do
shit.
what he says.
Exactly. Yep. And that's how they control you. All the artists, Michael Jackson, the same way. Manny Mottola or Danny Mottola or some shit, I forgot. The guy, the head executive from Sony.
Tommy.
Yes.
Tommy Mottola.
Right before Michael Jackson died, he was saying, no, Tommy Mottola is the devil.
Yeah.
He's the devil. He's done all this crazy shit. And when you look into it, bro, child sacrifices involved, Luciferian worship's involved, rituals, a bunch of shit is involved in this stuff. It's so evil, bro, that people can't fathom it. You can't fathom it because you're asking yourself, no, we can't live in a society like that. There's not that many people out there that evil. I beg to differ, man. I beg to differ. If you just go out there, do the research, it's been out there for years, bro. But now, with the proliferation of the internet, social media, especially now on X, it's going down, bro. They're giving up the ghost on X if you know where to look.
I'm just saying, like, hey, man, if you are listening and still listening on this episode, which I'm sure we lost a lot of motherfuckers.
Nah, hell no. You did it right
But-
because you did bullshit at the beginning to knock off the algorithm at the end of the freaking video. Nobody, if you're listening to this long, folks, you're getting the gold.
But what I'm
trust me.
saying, even if you think we're bullshitting, I advise you to do your research.
That's it.
We've named names. We've told you Google is and go just fucking do your own research.
Yeah, but people don't like
But-
to read, bro. They
but,
want to be spoon fed this shit.
Donnie, man.
And that's what I'm here to do. Donnie,
Yeah.
Donnie Flamingo's here to spoon feed it to you, ladies and
But
gentlemen.
I advise everyone that loves this type of shit, who you're just getting a taste of it. This is Donnie's shit every fucking week, man. Listening to the Deep Dive with Donnie Flamingo every Monday on the John Eric Media. Really and truly, like, go listen to my man. But I love you to death, bro. And I asked you before we recorded. We got to end it. I know we can go for more fucking
Dude,
for hours
easily,
upon hours.
bro. Easily. It's my
But
shit.
I really, really want you to fucking hit a home run with your story about how you forgave your mom and your dad.
Well, there's no conspiracy behind this. You know, I think this is more.
I really
guess
think it would benefit a
psychology.
lot of people that are listening right now.
I don't know. I don't know what category to put this in. Like I said, it's not conspiracy. It's not. It could be considered spiritual, but you know, the power of forgiveness. It's incredible. Okay, it's incredible. I followed this one particular guy online for a long time named Jesse Lee Peterson, and
He's very controversial.
very controversial, right? He doesn't speak on conspiracies or whatnot, but he's real big on the fallen state. And he says America is living in the fallen state, especially the children that are living here in this country because of the separated homes and a bunch of the emotionalism that's been inflicting, especially men, right? So he said that the easiest way to overcome this, man or woman, is to forgive, and specifically your parents, okay? Because your parents have a lot to do with this, all right? I'm from a divorced home, okay? My parents tried to keep it together for a certain amount of time, and there was just, I guess, they hit a wall and they couldn't do anymore, and they split up. And I was always there, you know, not competing, but, you know, I felt like I was stuck in the middle, being drawn to my mom, being drawn to my dad, and who do you want to stay with? Who do you want to live with? Of course, I picked my mom, right? Because I wanted to protect her. But not knowing that, she filled me with a lot of emotionalism, because women are emotional. And this is what Jesse Lee Peterson gets a lot of bullshit for, because he says, men, if you're a real man, you're logical. Men are the fixers. Men want to fix things. Men want to get to the root of the problem. Women, most of the time they're emotional and they take the long way around to get to the point and stuff, right? But he says the problem with men today is that they're women. Men today are women, especially if you're raised by a single mom, because that individual inflicted a lot of emotionalism in you. And that's one of the reasons why people fly off the handle. It's one of the reasons why people are real short-tempered and people get real upset over the little baby shit, right? And he said, in order to overcome that and become the real person that Christ meant you to be, you have to forgive. You have to forgive. And he gives examples of how to do that. And he just says, just go up to your mom, go up to your dad, and tell them, hey, mom, dad, I need to let you know that I've held resentment in my heart for not making it work out, for inflicting me with this emotionalism, whether you know it or not. And I just want to let you know that I forgive you. And he says, whether you believe it or not, at that instance, once you forgive, you regain the spirit and you regain the person you were actually supposed to be. And all that emotionalism leaves you. All that anger and pain and stuff leaves you, right? And I can attest to this because in 2020, during COVID, I did this. And whether my parents knew it or not, I did. I approached them and I apologized to them. And I don't even know if they knew what I was trying to accomplish. But one thing I do know is that there was a big change in me after that. And a lot of people witnessed it. And people were saying, like Jonathan in particular, he says, bro, I can't pinpoint if it was what you're saying, you've forgiven your parents, or if it was the podcast you have, now that you have an outlet to let all this stuff that's in you that you know out, and you're helping other people with this information. He says, I can't balance the scales out to figure out which one's which. But he says, I think for sure forgiving your parents had something to do with it because you turn into a totally different person. Wow. He said that, I mean, and I'm not going to lie, I would wild out at work. I would fly off the handle on people, my kids too, my wife. Even they recognized that my anger left me. It left me after that some point in time.
That's crazy.
And there's something to it. There's something to it. There's power in forgiveness.
Yes. Well, you know what? You didn't keep that shit on loop because that shit was on loop. That right there, telling your parents what you felt and what you thought was your mushrooms. Mm-hmm. Because
doc.
You can
my psilocybin, my ayahuasca.
Yeah, dude, you can break right through it, and then
without a substance,
and then that fucking memory just goes to the back.
Yes, dude,
it's still there.
And ever since then, listen, I can have badass conversations with my mom now. Me and her can talk about anything, bro, and we don't get into a fight. We don't butt heads. I wish my dad's cognitive abilities.
But previously, that didn't happen.
No, bro, we were always on the opposite ends of conversations. I'd tell her something and she'd scream at me and no, this is not right and you're being blasphemous and this and that. And
but can you elaborate on that? Like, I know on your podcast you said this, so it's public information. But you said you were like in the car with your mom.
Yes, I was.
And you told her.
Mm-hmm. I remember that I was in the car with my mom and she was talking about her mom and her dad, how it didn't work out with them. And I was trying to explain to her, Mom, do you think that maybe you're just repeating the same cycle that happened with your mom and dad with my father? And now it's impacting me. And she didn't understand what was going on. And we were about to get into a fight. And I just said, Mom, you know what? I forgive you. I just forgive you. And I apologize because I did. I had a resentment against you. I've held all this anxiety and animosity towards you and my father for all these years. And Mom, regardless of what you're going to say next, I forgive you. And I just shut up. And that's what Jesse Lee Peterson says. Say that and just shut up because the next person that talks loses. And she didn't know what to say. But she came back and she talked calmly. And I can't remember what the conversation was because I was, on the verge of tears or something. I didn't break down, but I just said, let it be. I forgive you and I'm over it. I'm done with it. I'm not going to let what happened between you and my dad affect me and my family moving here forward. I'm letting it go. And that's what I did.
That's so powerful, bro. And I hope the people that are still listening can take that into what I always preach. And I've preached it on the holidays. I'm like, whatever the fuck that you're holding against your brother, your sister, your uncle, your aunt, because it's always a family member, is what I say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, because you
Well,
don't.
that's the only people that can get
That's
to
what
your
I'm saying. Like,
skin,
you
man.
can never give a shit about a friend that much. You know, like whatever you're holding against that close family member, like forgive them, and not just because you forgive them for them. No, you forgive them for you, for yourself.
Yeah.
And it changes everything.
It does, bro. It does. It does. It had a big impact on my life. And I think I'm a better person for it, bro. I think I am. And just like, I think what I was doing, that particular substance, it had a root in my parents' divorce. I was trying to numb a pain. I was trying to forget something that hurt me as a child. And now that I forgave, man, I feel like, hey, I could stop this shit cold turkey. Just for the fact that I know that it doesn't have a control on me because I don't need it as a crutch in my life anymore. And I'm 2 weeks in, bro. Hopefully I can make it through Lent, and hopefully I won't even need it because, you know, it's one of the things that I used to always see my dad do, you know. I would see my dad do it, and I'd ask him questions about it, and he gave me a biblical talk about it, you know, and it was kind of like the Smokey talk, you know, like, God put this on the earth for you and for me. Take advantage, man, you know. And I just think that, man, maybe I just did that to hold on to that pain or to numb that pain or something. But like I said, I don't think I need it anymore. I don't. I think it's maybe it's been holding me back. Maybe it's been detrimental. And
well, bro, I'll be praying for your success.
I appreciate that,
I really
man.
will.
I need it, man.
I really
need
will
it.
start.
I'm
be
never
praying
gonna turn down prayer,
for
man.
your
For
success,
sure.
man.
Heck yeah.
And not only in your fasting, but in your life in general. And Eric will fucking tell you, I always let it be known that I pray for my friends.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's important, man.
So if you are a family member, if I pray for my friends like I do, dude, if you're my family, I'll pray for God, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you are alive because of my prayers is how I think.
Yeah,
if
bro.
you're my family. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
man.
Because I pray hard for my friends and I pray harder for my family.
Yes.
And I tell you that because I'm so mad at myself, and I told you this before the podcast. I need to start reaching out to you more and let you know how your podcast is impacting my life.
Dude, that's powerful.
Because
man.
it's awesome, bro. Like, I listen to your shit, but I already assume that you're above me and you already know this shit, you know?
It's hard. I
You
gotta
know?
humble myself.
And I need
yeah.
to start fucking telling you, like, bro, like, I love your shit.
Yeah, man. It's
I
appreciated.
need to let
man.
you know that I'm a fan of your podcast.
Dude, I'm reciprocating the same love, man, because I'm telling you, you wanted to quit your show a couple of freaking months ago.
Yeah.
And that podcast you had with you and Ken Adams, bro, that inspired me to be on the journey that I'm on now. And I don't think I would have done it unless I would have heard that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, man, I can just send it back, that love back to you, man, because there's something good going on here, man, and it's a positive thing.
For sure, bro. For sure.
Salud.
And a toast to my boy Eric,
Oh,
my boy Donnie. Like,
love, man.
It's all love,
Donnie
man.
F.
Love.
And I'll open the floor to you. I know I always ask you, bro, you have any shout outs, but do you have any message that you want to get out right now? Along with the shout outs.
Bro, you have to try hard to succeed. Like, nobody's gonna give you anything at all. So you cannot be a victim. You have to be the man. And even if you're a chick, you have to think like a man and be like, you have to grab everything. Nothing is gonna happen to you by yourself.
I fucking love that. I love that because right now my TikTok feed, it changed. I don't know what I've started sharing or what I started liking.
Yeah.
But it's like it's weird because it's like all these women that are like, there's no good men out there. That's my TikTok feed. And it trips me out because number one, you mean to tell me there's no guy chasing you that's worth the shit?
Yeah.
It's just a guy you don't want.
Right.
Like,
The standards have been set too high.
Yeah,
already.
exactly.
It's always,
So-
what do you do? How much do you make? And
so that's number one. And also number two, I saw a meme on fucking Instagram today. It was like this big old, it was Jabba the Hutt. And it said, women on dating apps,
Yeah.
and it was asking like this little short fucker was like, "How tall are you?"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, bro.
but it makes sense, right? Like, and then I saw another TikTok that was like, she was talking about she has $150,000 body. And he was like, "What do you mean $150,000 body?" She was like, "I've had 4 BBLs," and he's like, "You've had 4, like
Yeah.
meaning more than one,
Yeah.
and you want a high valued man because you fucked your body up 4 times,
Yeah,
like,
shit, dog.
but
It's nuts, man.
yeah, man,
It's Americanized women, but that's why
it's
past,
fucking
bro.
delusional shit."
Bro, and I talked about this the other day at work with some of my coworkers and whatever, and I was like, you don't have to ruin your body.
Yeah.
And so, okay, I'm not against plastic surgery at all. If plastic surgery is a thing that you need to have.
Yeah.
So you're 45 and you had 5 kids or whatever it is, and you want to correct your stomach and whatever it is. Okay,
Mommy
cool.
makeover,
It's
yeah.
fucking perfect. Hell yeah. You're 22 years old. However your body is when you're 22 years old, especially when you've maintained a healthy environment, there's 0 things that you need to do to it.
Yeah.
0. You don't need fucking bigger lips.
Nope.
You don't need to get bigger boobs. You don't need nothing. You know what bigger boobs or just putting boobs in for? When you're in your late 40s or whatever you are, and they don't work anymore. Like they're just acting okay, whatever.
Or you're
it
not
is.
breastfeeding or
Yeah,
providing for a child.
whatever it is. But when you're 22 years old, you have 0 Botox, 0 lips, 0 whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
And I tried to convince somebody. It was like, you don't need anything. Like, trust me, you don't need anything. And they were like, you know what? I'm gonna take your advice on that.
Powerful,
I don't need anything.
Shit, yeah, dog.
Like, I was like, you have a classic look. Like, you want to look like Instagram? You don't need to look like it. You need to look like what chicks used to look like in 1970.
Yeah,
man,
for
natural,
sure,
man.
man. Yeah.
Natural.
So, one thing that hit home was another TikTok video was like, so you mean to tell me you're telling me that a guy has to make $1 million, 50 million a year that's worthy of your love? So you mean to tell me a guy that's making $100,000 is not worthy of love, but a woman of 3 different baby fucking daddies
That makes
is
no
worthy of a fucking $100 million man? Like,
It's convoluted.
and he's
thinking.
like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And he made the woman like really understand like she was a dumbass.
Yeah, dog.
But
That's
in the
what Kevin
beginning,
Samuels was
in the
doing, but they
beginning of this,
killed him.
Yeah, fuck yeah. But in the beginning of that video, she was all like, "Oh yeah," like, and he goes, "How many baby daddies you got?" She's like 3, and he goes, "So a broke dude is not worthy of your love, but $100 million man is worthy of a woman that's got 3 different baby daddies." And like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no,
That ain't it.
that's not good perspective, bro.
Yeah.
That ain't it.
Hell no.
I don't know, but anyways,
Powerful,
I cut
man.
you out. I cut you
No.
on your shout outs, bro.
Y'all are both fucking
so-
buzzing like a motherfucker.
I am. I got to go take a piss actually.
Already.
So,
dog.
but I'm gonna give a shout out to Alex, my wife. She's my day one, so always gonna give a shout out to her. I'm gonna give it out shout out to Donnie Flams over here.
Appreciate you, sir.
And this whole entire thing, man, dude, what a good time.
It is, bro.
Yeah.
All of
It is,
it.
man.
It's
I love
a good
it, man.
time.
I love it, dude.
I can't say it anymore how much I appreciate both of y'all fuckers.
No problem, man.
But
Anytime,
you,
dog.
you for real, because I've been trying to get you back on in a couple weeks, and the
Yeah,
schedule's
heck
been
yeah.
fucked off.
No, man. Yeah,
But,
I'm
man.
available, bro. I love it. I love
But I
chopping it up
just
with y'all.
really quickly, I just want to tell you, when the end of our podcast, when me and Eric are together, how our shits are kind of slurred. I just want to show you the proof of the shit that we drink.
God damn.
And we just finished this whole fucking bottle. So.
Shit.
Anyways, man. Until next time, read some books.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. This episode is brought to you by DJ Keepo. DJ Keepo handles all things like weddings,
quinceañeras, anniversaries, and graduations. He's good at what he does, keeps the party going, and hit him up on IG, TikTok at DJ Keepo 806. Once again, that's DJ KEEPO 806. Oh, it's you again. This episode is brought to you by Patriot Paint and Construction. They specialize in commercial and residential. They also specialize in drywall and paint. No job is too big or too small for them. Hit them up at 806 544 7199. Oh, you're still here? This episode is brought to you by Tigre Burrito, located at 720 Highway 62 in Wolford, Texas. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. They specialize in breakfast and lunch burritos. They've also got some plates. Tell them JP Lopez sent you. But breakfast burritos are pretty fucking huge, so you better bring a big appetite. They're the shit.